Aha, there we go. I don't know what happened. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We are here. Give me a second to get some music started. I'm still not used to the no please wait screen. Probably should have had one tonight, but that's okay. Okay, the music seems to be playing okay. Give me a second, guys. I think nobody's watching right now. I can't tell. I can't tell! Ah! But I think nobody's watching. Maybe somebody's watching. One lurker, I think. But give me a second. I'm not ignoring you. I have to open stuff up. I wasn't ready and I didn't see what time it was. And I was doing TikToks because I want to be popular and it totally been lose control. Tara, how's it going? Nice to see you. Ginger Gamer, hello to you. How are you doing? Bala, welcome. Let me just get the ping out on Discord, guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing really well. I am having a pretty good day. I had like a power nap right before the stream, which has been wonderful because I was really tired today. And I'm having a little bit of coffee in my color changing mug, which is slowly starting to disappear. Because I made it a few minutes ago and then I started working on TikToks and stuff. Give me a second, guys. Just want to ping out everybody. To anybody who is hanging out, if you guys could do me an awesome favor and hit that like button. I know people always say it on YouTube, but it would be really, really helpful because it just shows the algorithm that you guys like what I do. I want the algorithm to know people like me. Please, algorithm. The TikTok algorithm knows people like me. I want you to know, YouTube algorithm. More coffee is needed. I was gonna make more, and then I just ran out of time. Okay, at everyone. Don't forget. Oh, actually, we are live. But don't forget, it is on YouTube. We are playing Link's Awakening. And then there's the link, and then I send it out, and then we're good. Yeah, it's great. I don't use it very often. I've had it for years, but if you look, it's scratching up just from getting washed. And so it's not very good paint, which really bums me out, so I barely ever use it. It's been just sitting on my shelf for months and months and months. And then around Christmas time, Alana and I and Nora had some hot chocolate. We had adult hot chocolate, but she had some hot chocolate. We had like marshmallows and, you know, chocolate syrup and all this stuff on them. And so we pulled out this mug for me to use, and it was sitting there in my cupboard with all my mugs. So I was like, I'll use it tonight. Natured Cell, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. I didn't bring any water. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get water. That's okay. I'll get it in a second. Steve London, hello to you. Welcome. Welcome to everybody. So, we are obviously playing Link's Awakening. We have one more temple to do, and then it's the end of the game. I don't actually know where the next temple is. I was supposed to look it up, and I just ran out of time. That is me in a nutshell, always running out of time. But I'll repeat this again later when there's more people. But I got some really good news. I'll be posting it on TikTok in just a few minutes, but I got some really good news. For those of you who are content creators, Deep Silver is a really awesome company. I don't know if you guys have heard of Deep Silver. If you haven't, they're the ones that made Dead Island. That's where this is from. She's from Dead Island. She's from Dead Island, the Collector Edition. And so I've got like the full briefcase and stuff back there. And inside it came with that. It came with a bottle opener, I think it was. And a steel book. And then like the briefcase. It's like a little mini briefcase. And anyway, so I love Dead Island. Alana and I have played hours and hours of it. My brother and I have played hours and hours of it. I own it on my Xbox and on my PC, and I think I own a PlayStation copy as well. I own a lot of copies of it. I love Dead Island, and I'm super excited for Dead Island 2. Anyway, they are having, they had announced recently that they're going to be doing partnerships with influencers. And so I saw a video on that, and so I decided to apply. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. What's the harm? And today I got the email that I have been accepted to be partnered with Deep Silver, which I am like over the moon for, because not only am I a giant fan of this game and, you know, this company in general, but I've never partnered with anybody at all. I've got a couple of like one-time partnerships coming in where they're sending me something and I'm going to review it and show you guys on TikTok or whatever. But it's not like an official partnership where like I've signed up to work with them specifically. But this is my first partnership ever and I'm super, super excited. Hey, we got a new member. I can't see the name though. Jack. Hey Jack, how you doing, man? Your name was blue, and because the thing is green on my monitor, the blue and green are kind of off, and so they look the same. I couldn't see your name. Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks, dude. How are you, man? Steve, I have played every single mainline Zelda game on the major consoles. As far as handhelds go, I guess this one counts as the handheld, the Link's Awakening. And I've also played Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass and Minish Cap. I want to say those are the 3 handhelds that I've played. But as far as mainline games, I've played every single one. And I've played them all on channel. And now we're in the process of doing 3 heart challenges for all of them. Hey, Squint, how's it going? How are you? Hanging out. Wow, thanks, Jack. Thanks for not being here at the very top of the stream to miss the great news that I was just sharing with everybody. Christian, how's it going? Welcome. Trying to 100% Breath of the Wild. Oh, dude. Yeah, I can't do the Korok seeds. That's way too tedious for me. I do not have the energy for that. I do not have the energy for that at all. Jack is fired. So I was just saying, Jack, that I have been accepted to be part of Deep Silver's partnership program. And so depending on how far your reach goes and stuff, they'll obviously offer you different things. But according to, let me see if I can look up what the website says. Let me see if I can find what it says. Okay, nope, that's not what I'm looking at all. Deep Silver Collective. Okay, here it is. So, it says... Yeah, allow selected. So the fantastic opportunities, limited and exclusive invites, all expenses paid for PR, influencer and industry events, including the big ones, opportunities to partner, meet up with, and work with larger creators, and investing in media to spending in media to boost my videos, funding the content and providing money can't buy experiences, which would be awesome for like a Dead Island experience. They could send free merch. They could send me game codes. They could fly me out to places like PAX, you know, to take part in something with Deep Silver at PAX. So it's really, really exciting. Like, I know, right? They're gonna be like, hey, here's Addison Rae. Can you guys like zombie dance? And then Addison Rae's gonna be all like, and then she's gonna be like, and then that'll be her. It'll be her influencer movement. And then I'll just be sitting there going, streamer tips. Don't forget us little people. Can I have your game codes? Dude, I'm getting the game codes so I could try the game, and then that'll allow me to buy 1 copy for Alana, and then I can have my game code if I even get any game codes. They may just send me like a sweater. I'm just happy that they've even acknowledged I exist, because I love these guys. I love the work that they do. I love their games. I own the Metro Redux, Redo, whatever they're called. I own both of the ones that came out, the 2033 and the other one. I can't remember the name right now. I'm just so flabbergasted. But Dead Island is my jam. Like this Dead Island girl has been sitting here for months and months and months, and she's still sitting there, and she will continue to sit there. So it's really cool. Like it's just really cool to know that I have an opportunity to work with such a cool company. You see a microphone? I had her up and showing her. Look. Dance, zombie girl. Dance for me. But it's really cool. It's really, really cool. This cap emoji sucks. Don't forget us little people. Could you imagine? Morris Brothers, how you doing, man? How are you? Hi, Tiff. How are you? How's your day going? King Gabagool, how are you, dude? If you get all 999 Korok seeds, you get a massive poo. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, time zones are a thing. This is the time I always stream on Monday and Thursday and Friday. They suck. Twitches are way better. Yeah, YouTube has some growing to do as far as streaming is concerned. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. But anyway, I'm just super excited that they said yes. So here at the bottom it says the perks: paid partnerships, free game codes, free merch, exclusive content and products, invites to events, guys, money can't buy experiences, early access to our games, access to our exclusive Discord server. So they said they're going to be emailing me in the future sometime soon. I'm trying to like block the light a bit sometime soon to kind of let me know what the next step is, but they said I'm allowed to tell people, so I'm telling you guys, which is like super exciting. Super exciting. Kelmy, how's it going? Thanks, Tara. I'm just like I've been doing this for 4 years, right? I've been a nobody for 4 years, and I'm still a nobody because like the truth is I'm still a tiny creator, right? But I've been busting my hump on this channel for so long without people knowing I existed, and just hoping that I would have, you know, somewhat of an impact in the world of streaming. And now things are starting to happen, and I still don't know how to react to it. You know, I'm having people comment stuff. I made a video, and I don't remember what the video was about, but I made a video on TikTok, and one guy's like, these big creators need to stop using the word small creator. I didn't even say that in the video to begin with. But I was like, I'm not even a big creator, but people now see me as a big creator when they're smaller. And now, you know, I've gotten 5 separate emails from companies that want to ship me products so I can show you guys. 2 of them didn't work out at all. One of them just wasn't, like, it wasn't even on the radar of what I do on the channel, so that wasn't gonna work either. And now getting a chance to work with Deep Silver, it's really weird. It's really weird. Like, you know, I play a lot of Deep Silver games, and to have them even acknowledge that I exist is just so weird. It's just so weird. You do, Ginger, you do. And the thing is, this is just the beginning for me, right? Like, there's people on TikTok that are about my size on TikTok, but have triple the following on, like, Twitch. Technically, I have the same size following because they're split between YouTube and Twitch. You know, some crossover, obviously, but it's probably a couple hundred that crossover. But I've gained almost 3,000 on Twitch. I'm over 3,000 here. That's 6,400 or something that I have in total, which is like, I'm pretty proud of myself, you know? So you got to get moving, dude. You got to get moving. All right, Jack, I'll check it. What do you mean you're tight? Well, because I don't make a living doing this. Having 3,000 subscribers can seem big when you've got nothing. But I have been at this for 4 years, and even a friend of mine who's got like 10,000, she's not making a living doing this either. Now on YouTube, it's very different than on Twitch. On Twitch, you could probably start making a living at about $5,000 to $6,000, even just part-time living, not full-time living. But on YouTube, you need like 20,000 to really start making any money at all. Twitch, you could start making money a lot earlier, but at 2,000 on Twitch, that's not a lot of people, you know, in the big scheme. Like, if I walk into TwitchCon, nobody would know who I was. So to me, that's what would dictate you being a big creator, is when you would have a group of people go, hey, I know who that guy is, without them being your friend beforehand. TikTok, I'm like a medium-sized creator, right? Because I think like at around 150 to 200,000 is when you're looking at being a large creator, which I'm on my way, but I'm still technically a medium-sized creator, you know? Nice, Ginger. You would know me. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That would be famous enough. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that the numbers that I have are not important. They definitely are. But in the big picture, I am not a giant trendsetter for somebody like Deep Silver to be like, yeah, that's the guy we need to work with. So the fact that they did want to work with me is like highly, highly flattering. It's just cool. It's just really, really cool, you know? Streamlabs isn't downloading. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't use Streamlabs anymore. I use straight OBS. Okay, Jack, I'm gonna check right now. But yeah, I don't use Streamlabs. I use straight OBS. I started on straight OBS, and I decided to go back to it. I used Streamlabs for years, but it's just way too sluggish on computers, so I decided to move back to it. I don't know how you wanted me to react, Jack. Oh wait, there's a third one. Never mind. Oh, there's a fourth and fifth one. Okay, the last two make it so much funnier. Okay, at first I was like, okay, I don't know what you're getting at, but I get it now. Ha! That was great. OBS may be easier. So, okay, so here's the thing, Ginger. Streamlabs OBS is really good for beginners because, whoops, it has everything built in. All of it is there, so you can get free overlays and stuff that OBS offers. You can get all your alerts and everything right in the app, which is good to start with. Regular OBS Studio can be really, really hard to deal with because you manually have to put everything in, and sometimes it can be a little overwhelming when you're putting in a whole bunch of browser sources and trying to figure out what they all do and how they all work. I personally would say start with OBS just to, like, you know, go with the hard difficulty and then get good at it, and then you're gonna be set. Sometimes it's hard to kind of go from one platform to a different one. They're both very, very similar, but a lot of people who start with Streamlabs don't want to leave Streamlabs, and I find Streamlabs just really bogs down your computer, like drastically bad. I had many, many times where I've had to restart Streamlabs like 4 or 5 times just to get it to do what I want before the stream started. Or resizing windows would just glitch out like crazy. Or I would go to like click things on my screen and it would just suddenly decide to move something else instead of the thing that I had clicked. Stuff like that was really, really, really a pain in the neck with Streamlabs OBS, but it's nice because everything is there, right? So you can get all your alerts and all the overlays and everything all right on the program instead of having to go to different websites to get things working. I just like this. I like OBS better just because it runs smoother. Like I click a button and it just happens. Whereas sometimes with Streamlabs OBS, I would like press the next scene and it would take up to 5 seconds for it to actually register that I did anything. And going on to master mode, kind of, but not really. It's not that it's more difficult. Hold on. I bit my tongue and stopped me half sneeze. Oh, that hurt. Okay. It's not that it makes it more difficult. It's just that Streamlabs OBS is very like open to do whatever you want. So you can actually do a lot more with Streamlabs OBS overall. Or not Streamlabs, with OBS Studio. It's just bare bones, and you can do everything with like adding special filters and stuff and adding plugins and all that, whereas Streamlabs OBS doesn't have that support. So you get more granular control. So it's almost like going from... Let me show you. It's almost like going from this kind of mixer, which has a volume knob and a headphone knob, and that's it. The other one's for another instrument, but like a volume knob for your microphone and a headphone knob, and that's it. Going from this to a Go XLR, they both do the same thing. They both literally let your microphone get picked up by your computer. But the Go XLR allows you to control the equalizer, and it has a compressor, and it can control what you hear in your headphones versus what they hear. It can control multiple volumes at once, whereas this is just your microphone. So it's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, it's straightforward and it's all there, but it's just really nice to have all the granular control that you can get with OBS versus Streamlabs OBS. You can still get the granular control in Streamlabs OBS, but it just chugs so much that it becomes a huge headache to get it to do what you want. Do it, Jack. Do it. Help him. Help him become one of us. So now all three of you have PS5s? Dude, honestly, if I had the time, I would. I've been meaning to change my emotes here on YouTube, and I haven't gotten around to it. Like, I still have my old ones. Like, my really old ones that don't even mean anything anymore. So I'm trying, I need to change them, and I just haven't even gotten around to that. And that should only take me like 15 minutes, and I just haven't done it. Do you imagine all three next to each other? So overlays, how can I explain it? We'll talk for a couple more minutes and then I'll get started, guys, so we don't chat too long. Overlays, it's literally just an image, right? And you can get a PNG image which will have like its see-through section. So like in my image here, the one I'm using, this is fully see-through. There's nothing there in the image. And down below, I've made it kind of transparent. You can see my hands down here. See my hands? But you can also get it with like a green screen effect, and you can chroma key it out if you don't have like a see-through image. But it's literally just like copying, pasting pictures one on top of another. If you've ever used Photoshop, it's like layers. So I literally, like, on mine, I'll reveal my secrets. On mine, everything that I have, let's turn it all off. So right now, I literally have just my camera. This is just my camera. There's absolutely nothing else showing on it. And then, you guys can't see it because it's not there, but I have my GIFs. Yes, I say GIFs. Which are like these things. I don't really want to do the work, and I can like make them disappear or reappear, right? I've also got my logo, which is down there. So that's just an image. Now I'm using a program like through Stream Elements. It's a widget which actually shows how many followers I've gained, and then it goes back to the logo. And then I add the information here, you know, how many subs I have and stuff. And this also includes, like, I've got it all in one folder, but like I've got my sub goals and all that, and then I've got my interval splashes, that like YouTube thing that pops up right here. I've got that. And then the other info bar is the thing that was right above it. That. So that shows like the latest bits and stuff. So those are basically all the overlay layers. And then the very last couple of things I have are like the alerts, right? And then my border just sits on top of it all. So it's like, it's just layered one on top of another. The hard part is finding ones that look nice, right? Because a lot of people go out and get really generic images that are really low resolution, and then when they expand them, they get all pixelated, and then they look really, really low quality. And even little things, like just the way things sit on top of each other, there's a big difference between like the way I've got my camera set up versus if I did this. Let me show you. If I did this and put my camera here, let's say, now it's the size of it, right? And if I just even move this, notice how now I'm on top of my border, and that just adds this like less professional look. Those little details are where people start screwing up, and then when you add a bunch of little details like that, that's where something can look really amateur. Whereas literally just by changing the order that it's in, now my camera's going to be below. Do you see if you look in the corner right there in the corner of the screen, when I move what order it's in, if I put the camera above the border, now that corner is sticking out. And now below, it's underneath. So stuff like that, and then and then making sure it all actually fits the windows properly. All of that is what takes time. I'll warn you now, if you want to do things properly, it takes hours. Like if I'm starting from scratch to do an OBS setup, it could take me up to 5 hours to set up OBS properly to look half decent. A lot of the major overlays and stuff I've already got saved up, so they're quick, but then it's getting all the things to work the way that I want. So having the GIFs or whatever, GIFs, all work along all of my scenes at the same time, that's one set. And then having to work with my stream deck, all of that can really add up. It can take a really long time to get things set up properly. Star Kitty, how's it going? Welcome. I gotta let that play. Sorry, I didn't see that, Tiff.
I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today.
Hereupon, yes, I stream every Thursday on YouTube. Yeah, Ginger, take some time. There are a lot of really great videos. I've been meaning to make one myself. I just haven't gotten around to it. That fully walks you through how to set up OBS properly. If you look up Harris Heller, he has one, and his is pretty decent. He's pretty good at like beginner stuff. And he walks you through how to set everything up, what it all means. If you want to do it properly, it takes a really, really long time. But honestly, the most important thing is get your gameplay on and get your webcam on there. Like you could literally have, like if I do this one here, oops. Okay, so this is my gameplay, right? If I get rid of everything that I have, I don't need any of the extra fancy stuff. Whoops. I'll turn it back on in a second. Give me a second. So this is literally gameplay, my logo, and me. This is enough to get you started, right? It's just about getting yourself out there. You can take time over time to get things to get better and better, because you'll learn new techniques, you'll learn new things that you like and don't like, and just add them. So, I mean, if you would have been here even 7-8 months ago, you would have seen how different my stream was from how it is now. It's always evolving, and there's always things that you're going to add and take away and move, and keep an eye out for what other streamers are doing, because right now this vertical window is very popular. It wasn't before, and you still see a lot of streamers using the full like widescreen window, and that's just not in anymore. You also see a lot of streamers using weird shapes on their windows, but they're going extravagant, like, you know, blocks and corners and all this weird stuff, and that's just not really in anymore. It used to be. It's really not. Now, clean different shapes, like having like a circle or like an oval shape, or even my corners, having them rounded. I've been thinking about doing that, just to kind of clean up the image a little bit is really in. But it's a work in progress, and every, you know, few months you're going to see something new get implemented that other people are going to start using, and you want to try to keep up, right? Like I used to use green screen all the time. Green screen was my thing. Now I don't use my green screen at all anymore, and I regret buying it, but it's just not the trend anymore. I'll use it once in a while for certain games, but not very often. Steve, I have not played Subnautica. I have not. Have you private messaged me at all, Ginger? On, ooh, itchy ear. Ginger. Nope. Nope. Send me a private message on, Discord. I'm really bad at using Discord. I don't know how to use Discord. So send me a private message and I'll send you his name. He's got like pretty much everything. Now he goes through the whole array. Like he'll talk about cheap stuff and then he'll go into talking about really expensive stuff too. So it's really hard to kind of just watch him alone, but he'll give you a really good base on where to start, because Harris has helped my channel get up to the next level. And he hasn't, like, the stuff he teaches, most of it I already knew because I'm so smart. No, I just already researched it with a bunch of smaller channels, but with his, it was more about the way things look. Like I really took inspiration from him about lighting. His lighting's more dramatic than mine. He's got more shadows, but he's also much more handsome than me and has a better jawline. If I get more lines, my nose looks big and my chin just accentuates more, and I don't need that. But, you know, like this light back here, he has the same thing. Now, his is higher, so it highlights him better. My tripod isn't tall enough. But like stuff like that, I've learned a lot from him. Even like the background lighting that I have, I've gained a lot of inspiration from him. Even this setup, like this window setup, his is very similar. Now his window is much more widescreen, so he's actually shortened it quite a bit more, so it really feels like a wide angle. I didn't really want that too much, but you know, he's great. He's a really, really great inspiration to look at because he's kind of at the front line of what looks good. And when I found him about 1.5 years ago, he had, I think it was like 30,000 followers on Twitch, which is a lot. But now he's at like 150,000, and mostly due to YouTube. And on his YouTube, he had like 60,000, and now he's at like 300,000 or something stupid. He's huge now. He's great. He's really, really great. Josh, how you doing? Welcome. I asked if I could get it, but I didn't get. Wait, you asked if you could get what? I didn't see the first one. Did I answer about the Subnautica? I think I did. I think I did, but I have not played Subnautica. If I didn't answer, I thought I did. But yeah, things are pretty crazy, and streaming is just a lot of fun, guys. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm really excited, and just getting to work with Deep Silver is weird. Like, I don't even know what to think, you know, that companies want to work with me. I'm like some nerdy guy on the internet. If you could get it, like, are you asking like if I could buy it for you? Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm know what's happening. No, you didn't ask that. Then I'm so confused. You asked if you could get some, oh, like you asked your parents if you can get Subnautica, but you're afraid to ask your parents again because you don't want to seem ungrateful. That's what you're trying to say. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Okay, I was so confused. I'm like, you're asking me to buy you Subnautica? I get it. Oh, man. Oh, man.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I really am. Back to your kids watching it. Hi, kids. But yeah, I'm just excited. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I end up with like, I don't know. I was telling my brother, I would be really happy to just end up with like a Deep Silver Dead Island hoodie. And I would, like, my dreams would come true type of thing. Because I love Dead Island. I love Dead Island so much. I'm so excited for Dead Island 2, and I'm so bummed out that I haven't heard anything in such a long time about it, but I hope it's not canceled. But yeah, guys, let's get started. We'll play some Zelda and goof off and try to figure out what we're supposed to do, because I don't know what I'm supposed to actually be doing. Hey, Mr. FOV, how you doing, dude? What's going on, man? Let's stop this music and go here. Come on, controller. There we go. Ooh, the battery lasts a while. This is great. Yes, save, just in case. Just in case. What I am, oh wait, hold on. It's kind of loud. That's better. What I am trying to see though is if my voice changer's working, because I haven't checked at all. Voice changer. Is my, oh. Aha! Okay, so there was a problem earlier. I couldn't get my voice to work, and I had forgotten why. And it's because I didn't have the voice changer turned on properly. Okay. So, guys, can you guys...
Is my voice really deep and Santa Claus-y? Ho, ho, ho.
Did that work? Did that work? I hope it worked. Yes! Awesome. My kids are also very excited to watch the game. Yes! Okay, we're gonna get started. Awesome. Just got home. Can't wait for my tax return, dude. I bet, man. I bet. Like, can that thing even do VR at all? Christian, how you doing? Welcome. Ask sarcastically. Okay, so I actually don't know where to get the last key or whatever it is that I need to get to the next area. Where is his house? It's a 40%. Holy crud. That's super low. I heard some, like, some guy talking about PCs and stuff, and one of the things he mentioned is that it looks like prices for PC parts are starting to go down, so in the not so distant future, we should see lower PC parts. So it might be good that you don't have the money to buy a graphics card right now, because you might save yourself some money later on. Were you talking the little cave there? Yes, we already did that part. That was at the beginning of the game.
Bring, bring. Hi, it's Aurora. The head of the turtle is in your way. Put life into it and it will move. It's true. True. Bye-bye. Click.
What turtle? Hold on. What turtle? Turtle. Oh, this turtle. Turtle. How do I get up there? I'm gonna guess from here. So I go here. No, not there. Here. Will that take me here? I'm guessing that's what I need to do. I don't even have this unlocked yet, do I? They're gonna restock 3,000 cards in huge numbers. I hope so, man, because I can't afford it now. You know, stream's going well, but not 3,000 series card well. So I'm gonna be hoping to get one sometime in the future, and I hope that the stock is plentiful enough that the stupid scalpers will no longer reign supreme. Ow. You play Mario Kart Tour? Nice. Senyo, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no worries, Steve. No worries. We're at the end of the game, so we've done pretty much everything. But here on the map, we're going up here to this corner, to this turtle head thing. So I've got to find a way to get to this bridge, which is from here, which is from this cave. But I think this cave is from over here. I'm just not 100% sure. Yeah, it's very, very different from this game. Very, very different from this game. Might as well, Mr. FOV. You might as well. Because of your current graphics card. I haven't gamed at all, but it has nothing to do with that. It's just, I just haven't had time. My schedule really sucks right now. Like, I'm so excited for this weekend because I'm off and I don't have anything planned, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. Like, way more excited than I should be. Nice, Jack. Nice. Is it all spick and span? Yeah, Tara, and you know, as you get older, those come less and less often, right? I used to have so many weekends where I did nothing. I just sat around at home with my feet up. It was wonderful. And now, I just, every weekend I'm doing something. Like, I still have to do stuff this weekend. Like, I have to finish laundry. I did laundry. I just haven't put it away. I've done most of laundry. I just haven't put it away yet. Okay, no, that's not how I get there. dun, 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 dun. Maybe it's this cave? Yeah, I still have to do laundry and stuff, but besides that and TikToks, I'm gonna try to do as little as possible. Going to be working 50-hour weeks. Holy crud, man. I mean, at least you've got a job that is very, very, very much in need. So many people have nothing, right? It's kind of the same with me. My work weeks have been insane. This week was a little bit slow, but only because a couple of things happened at work that eased up my schedule temporarily. But like, work has been nuts. And so I'm just glad I'm working. So many of my friends are out of work and just hanging out at home. Zachary, how's it going? Welcome. It's been a while. How are you? That's how it is for us. I think I've got at least 3 baskets worth. I think it's like 5 loads worth, but it's because I worked last weekend and basically I come home and it's bedtime. Like, that's pretty much it. We don't do anything on the weekends that we work, and it's just incredibly, incredibly exhausting. And so I do 6 days on and then I have a day off, and then I do 3 days on and then I have my weekend off, and then day on, day off, and then 6 days on again. And in that 6-day stretch, it's the weekend that I work. Nothing happens in those 6 days, like nothing at all. And then Tuesday, which is like my random day on the week that I'm off, that's the day that I do groceries and stuff, and then I stream, and by then it's the end of the day. There's not really much I can do, and so it just really hinders what I can do. So it's usually one weekend of like no laundry, and then one weekend of a mountain of laundry for us to catch up on. It's 14 degrees there. Kind of expecting it to shut down. Oh, nice. How you doing, man? Nope, not here. And Pipeline Lugo. How you doing? Oh, Tiff, you've earned more than just weekends off. You've busted your hump for so long. No! Okay, so where am I going? Oh, me too, senor. Me too. I don't even know what they're gonna come up with. I'm really hoping it'll be like a 3D collection of Zelda. I'd be really happy with that. No, wait, I don't want to do this because that is going to be a heart. I know it. I just know it. How the heck do I reach the turtle? Oh. Hey, Chadley, how you doing, man? I have no idea how to reach the turtle. I have no idea whatsoever. Me too, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. If they didn't even do it for Mario, I don't see them doing it for Zelda. But I would really, really, really love to see something. Like, if it's like the N64 versions, I would like to see updates, but I doubt they'll do it. But I would be happy with just resolutions up for things like, I don't know. I can't even think of anything because they already have the HD version of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I wouldn't be surprised if they just re-release those, the HD versions on the Switch like they did with Donkey Kong and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what they could do. I would love to see some handhelds put in the collection. That would be really cool. Like $35, and then you get like Spirits, the Oracle of Ages and Seasons or whatever, and this game. That would be really cool. Hey, Nightwolf, how you doing, man? How are things going? I'm so glad to see a lot of content coming out from you, man. Such high quality. Give me a second, guys. I just wanted to upload a TikTok. I let the other one sit for a little bit. I uploaded another one. They only remaster it, and they fully rebuild it from the ground up. They fully rebuild it with top-of-the-line graphics and everything, and I'm sitting here going, what? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's the only thing you released? Oh, man. How's your day going, man? Or your night, because it's super late over there now. Okay, so... magic rod, okay. Okay. Get out of here, you jerk. Zelda 2 HD collection. No, you can't jump over walls in this, but I was just looking online. Apparently, I walked away from an area that I should have stayed at, so I'm gonna go back and check that area out again. If I can remember how to get there. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Man, I love your editing quality. It, like, obviously that's what you do for a living, so clearly you are good at it. But it's just, you've got a unique look, and I love that. Because even everybody that does what I do with, like, the random HD videos, they don't... You and one other guy, Colonel... I can never remember the second part of his name. Colonel something. Both of you guys have very unique looks to your editing style. So when you see the video, you automatically know who it is. And with yours, you instantly know it's your video. Mr. MOV. Okay, enjoy your supper. I am glad your kids enjoyed. Have a good night, guys. Colonel Sanders, that's his name. Colonel Sanders. Okay, so if I go here, it says to go and warp and the little house. I gotta get to this shack apparently. So would it be easier if I go through here? It might be easier if I go through here. So types Colonel and let me find him. Let me find him. He does like content creator tips. He doesn't really do streamer tips. He does content creator tips. So he does some streamer stuff. But he does just like regular content stuff. Colonel... Not Colonel Sanders. Nope, he didn't pop up there. Okay, what if I go through my followers? That'll pop up. Or who I'm following, I mean. So following... Colonel Fantastic. Colonel Fantastic. I'm gonna guess you've seen him. He doesn't have a gigantic following yet. Where's my camera thing? So, this guy, I don't know if you've seen him. He's another one that has an incredibly, like, specific look. As soon as I see his stuff, I know that it's him. Just like as soon as I see yours, I know it's yours. Big E. Yeah, Big E is another one. When I followed him, so I've been following him, he was one of the first that I had seen. You were one of the first, he was another one. Cena, who's a streamer, he's not really like a Twitch talk person. He just puts up his content of like streaming. But he was like the first gamer I ever found on TikTok. And you were one of the first like content creator style person. And Big E was one of the other ones. And I thought Big E was like a giant YouTuber who had been doing it for a while and kind of just jumped on to Twitch, if you know what I mean. Kind of like Philip DeFranco jumped on, or Hank Green jumped on. I thought it was like that kind of situation. And then I saw him, and he's still a large YouTuber, but like I expected him to be like 300,000 follower large, like Review Tech USA level. His quality is so high. His quality is really high. Thanks, Tiff. I didn't even see what happened. They should remaster Zelda game with the Link clones. Oh, Four Swords? I never played that one, and I hear it's amazing. Oh, this doesn't get me up. I thought there was a way up here, but there's not a way up here. Okay. He had a video say, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen, and I've seen he's been doing a lot. I guess he was a Twitch streamer, and then he decided to jump ship and move over to YouTube to start streaming. So he had his community follow as well. And the algorithm just loves when channels start to grow. When channels start to grow, the algorithm like doubles down on it. So I think he's bound to do some pretty big things. He's also got the YouTuber energy. I don't. I'm so laid back. But he's got the YouTuber energy. Like when you see him, he looks like an old school YouTuber who's been doing this for years and does it professionally. I definitely look up to that guy too. Definitely look up to that guy. Kevin, how's it going? Welcome. Okay, so if I... There we go. Yeah, it is exhausting. It is exhausting. And some people just have that energy, like, automatically. I've met some people in real life that are like that, and I can only take them in very small doses. Oh, I forgot the game. I'm playing without you guys seeing it. I have it in very, I totally forgot. I'm really bad for that. So, I'm so low energy. I have a really hard time keeping up with people that have that high of, like, an energy style. He made me laugh once because he made a video in particular where he was making fun of those, like, hype streamers. Like, you know those ones that are like, yo, what's up, bros? We're gonna play. Oh, man, this is crazy. And then he was making fun of them. And then he's like, dude, just act like yourself. But he's high energy, too. So he went from, like, a 12 to, like, an 11. I was like, dude, you are one of those high energy guys. Like, I do not have the energy to keep up with that. I would not be able to do that in the slightest for long term. I could do it for videos. I think I could do it for videos. I could do it for TikToks, but then people would come over here and they'd be like, wow, this guy's really boring. So I'm just gonna be boring to start with, so then everybody knows I'm boring when they come here. Carrie, how you doing? Hey, Retro. Okay. I'm supposed to check the little shack, it says. I am doing well, Carrie. I'm doing really well. I try to have a little bit more energy in TikToks because people have zero attention span. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely they have zero attention span. But your high energy still seems natural. Like it seems like it seems interactive, right? It doesn't have that like hype house type of energy that is a lot of the time really fake. Because I've met some guys that have been, like I've seen on YouTube and stuff that are super hype, and then you meet them in real life and they're like a turtle. I try to keep my energy the way that it always is on videos, you know? Chadley is one of those. He bounces off the wall all day long. He's so high energy. Oh, man. I just want to see that what I'm looking at here. Okay, voice. I keep moving my Go XLR and Stream Deck from like opposite sides, and it's messing with my head because I always forget where they are. Okay, I'm getting a lot of buzzing. It's driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. Voices. We're gonna do this one. Okay.
Oh, finally! It is a flying rooster. He's the greatest.
I know his voice sounded deep, but that's the voice I'm giving him.
Hey, you!
Sorry, man. I'm trying to talk to you. You're like flying away. Okay, that's it. Chadley. I tried to sell it, man. I tried. Oh, nice, Ethan. How you doing? Oh.
Somebody help! Hey, Link. Some monsters put me here. What should I do? I'm afraid of heights.
Don't worry. I'll save you. Can I, like... Ha!
Oh, wow, what a surprise! Link, thank you. Say, Link. I don't know how to say this, but...
Baron!
Huh? Taryn? Never mind. I gotta go.
And he recently got sponsored by an energy drink company, so it's even worse. Could you imagine? Oh, man. Oh, man. I had a friend like that in high school. He was so high energy. Oh. And it was, like, so hard to deal with him sometimes because he just bounced off the walls.
Ooh, that girl sang her song in front of the egg. Her Ballad of the Windfish is a song of awakening. Did she actually intend to wake the windfish? The next siren's instrument is in the west. Play your melodies so the unliving stones might hear. Show your courage. The windfish awaits for you. Ooh.
Yeah, he had like crazy amounts of energy, and before we were friends, he was kind of just like the weird kid in school. I remember he got sent home because he decided to put I went to a Catholic school, right? And Catholic schools, at least here, can be pretty strict with like, we had, in my city, nobody wore uniforms except for Catholic schools, so we had to wear uniforms in high school, and we had to have like non-obscene hairdos and stuff, so like you couldn't spike your hair in any weird way. If you were one of the lucky few young kids who had like a beard, you had to keep it well maintained. Like it was just pretty strict. And so he decided it would be really funny to put his hair in as many pigtails as possible, and he like picked all the brightest colors he could. So he had like purple and pink and green all over his hair, and it was just all sticking up. So he got sent home for that. So he was always like the weird kid. And one time I saw him when I was at the mall. For those of you who are too young to know what a mall is, it was a building with a bunch of stores. We were at the mall, and I was waiting to get money out of the bank, and I'm sitting there putting my PIN number in, and he literally like snuck up behind me and was like no less than 2 centimeters from my face, and just suddenly, he always called me Lewis when we first met, and he popped up, he's like, "Hello, Lewis." He terrified me. He was the weirdest kid ever. And then we ended up running in the same circles, and we became really, really good friends, but he was still always really weird. Like, he would just do the weirdest things all the time. Then he decided he would torment a kid who was really uncomfortable with his own sexuality. And so this guy, this is horrible. This guy used to go and like pretend to hit on him all the time, and the poor kid hated it. And he would like do everything in his power to like hit on him. Like he would walk by his classroom and like write notes that said "I love you" and like post it in the window and then like peek over the top. And he was just a weird kid. And he was that high energy all the time, like always bouncing off the walls. If we ever went anywhere, he was one of those that you were embarrassed to take anywhere because he would do the weirdest things. Like one time we were all hanging out and we were walking, and a group of like really pretty girls were walking towards us, and his way of hitting on them, trying to be funny, was to pick up an old, it wasn't the actual blade, but it was like a razor blade, one of those safety razors, without the head, and he picked it up off the ground and shoved it in his mouth and asked the girls if they were impressed. Like, it was just like really weird stuff. At this point, we were like 17. He was just weird, but he was so high energy. He was hard to deal with for more than like an hour at a time. Now him and I don't speak. He eventually ended up like, he never got the rest of his education. He never ended up getting a job as far as I knew him. He ended up becoming like a professional gambler for a while and just kind of bounced around. And then him and I stopped talking. But he was weird. He was really weird. Your uniform was horrible? Yeah, it was weird. That kid was weird. As far as the uniforms go, yeah, I didn't mind it too much because then I didn't have to think about what I had to wear. As long as like the uniforms that I got looked decent, and I got a lot of them hemmed. I was a lot thinner back then, so I used to buy stuff that was like really well fitting. So I never cared. I always wore my uniforms and I was fine. But yeah, it was interesting going to Catholic school. Hey Tony, how you doing? You're calling me Lois from now on. In public with my friends just to embarrass them. See, I'll do weird things to embarrass my friends, or I used to embarrass my friends when I had friends. But never to the point that this guy did them. Like, he went above and beyond all the time, like every chance he had. Another time we were in school. So the way my school was set up was really weird. Basically, let's pretend that this piece of paper is like the footprint, the four walls of the building. It was a 4-story building. I think it was 4 stories. And the way that it was built was the classrooms were all along the edge for the whole school. And in the middle, where it was like basically dug out, it was literally open all the way to the roof of the building. And it was just completely dug out. And in the middle, we also had our stage built and everything. And it was built almost like an auditorium. Except it wasn't like a bunch of chairs. Instead of, jeez! Holy crap, 7! Oh! Guys, please hashtag 7 in the chat. Holy crap. Oh, thanks, 7. That was good. Woo-wee. Guys, please hashtag 7. I forgot that when I hashtag, it actually highlights in this one, not on Twitch. Anyways, so it had like basically it was steps. It wasn't chairs. It was like actual steps to lead to this stage. And we had access to the stage. They just had like the fire doors closed, so you couldn't actually get to the backstage area. But we would all just sit on the stage and hang out. And one time he went and stole one of the teacher's chairs, like one of these computer chairs, and put it on the desk, on the stage, called everybody's attention, and then sat on the chair and pushed off the firewall, and first like offset the firewall, so he got in trouble for that, and then rolled off the stage and just like plummeted down to the floor, just to get people's attention. Like, he was really weird. He did the weirdest stuff in the world. He was so like attention hungry. Another time we were in class and we had a teacher, and she was really annoying. Nobody liked her, and she was woke before being woke was a thing, but like artificially woke, you know what I mean? Anyway, so she, you know, people get their names mispronounced all the time, but she would ask people with like common names, common here, how their name was pronounced. So like one guy's name was Thomas, and she's like, so Thomas, is that how you pronounce your name? And he's like, yes. And then another one was like, Jessica, is that how you pronounce your name? So when it came to him, his name was Mike. And so she's like, Mike, is that how you pronounce your name? And he goes, no, my name's pronounced Ngawa. And he decided the whole semester he was going to correct her that his name was pronounced Ngawa. And that was his thing. And it's like, it was funny the first like 2 or 3 times, dude. We're like 4 months into the semester and you're still going with the joke. It's not funny anymore, but he would still go with it. So that's just how he was. He was just so high energy. She beat you to it? Oh, Ginger. Hello, Snowy Fox, how you doing? My best friend and I would hop like bunnies down our main street after school. You still do it to this day. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was total dedication. He was, if he would have been more, he was brought up in a rough household. If he would have had more discipline, he could have been a very good comic. Like Robin Williams style comedy. You know, that really manic type of comedy? He would have been really good at that because he was really funny. There was 3 guys in my class that were like that. One of them moved on to like do video games. I haven't talked to him in years. The other one basically did nothing with his life. He still lives with his parents and he's on welfare, doesn't work. He tried to like, I connected with him and we hung out like twice, but he was trying to like mooch off of my channel, and then he started kind of hitting on some of the girls on my channel, and I'm talking like 15-year-old girls, and when it happened he was like 30, so I was really uncomfortable with that. So he's no longer involved on the channel. And then this guy, who I don't know what he's doing with his life anymore. Hey Ethan, thank you so much, I really appreciate that. You like how I react to chat? Thank you. Guys, can we please hashtag Ethan? Mika? Ethan, how, I really appreciate that. How are you doing? I really appreciate that. Guys, please hashtag Ethan. That is super kind of you. But yeah, he was like crazy. Like his full name was Michael. But this teacher was just one of those teachers, nobody liked her. Like nobody liked her. Even other teachers hated her. They used to bash her all the time. I hated her. She was the only teacher that I told to f off. Ever. Ever. And I don't regret it to this day. I remember I lost respect for her because I worked at a place that was like Target called Zeller's, and her and her boyfriend came to the store and she recognized me. And so she must have been like 25, and at the time I was 18. So we weren't that far off in age, and when I was younger I was much better looking. But I guess her boyfriend was like intimidated by me or something. Not intimidated, but like insecure, because he wouldn't even look in my direction when she's like, this is one of my students, and he wouldn't even look in my direction, and he wanted to buy a CD, and he literally did one of these. Can I see myself? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I want that. And just like threw it at me. And so at that point, and she just kind of giggled, and I was like, no. I already don't like you. Now I don't respect you either. And yeah, she was the only teacher that I ever told to f off, ever. I do appreciate my chat, Ethan. I do. I try my best to keep up with chat. Sometimes I talk too much, but I try my best. And I'm glad that it shows that I appreciate you guys. What was that jump scare thing? If somebody donates $6.66 through Streamlabs, it triggers that without warning me, and then that's my reaction to it. that's what happens. I might die a little inside. I might poop my pants a little bit. I can't deny or confirm that, because that happens, I think, to some people, but not me. Never me. Never has it ever happened to me, ever. They really don't, man. They really don't interact. I've been to some chats where they just sit quietly. And it can be really frustrating sometimes, because it's like, dude, like, I know you're a nice person, but like, talk to me. And there's a guy that made a video, and no hate to him at all, and I don't want to respond to it because I don't want it to seem like I'm showing hate towards him. But he made a video talking about how, you know, some people do have a hard time talking. And another creator had been asked, you know, what do you do when your chat is quiet? And he was talking about, you need to practice like talking to yourself, and, you know, practice being able to discuss what's happening in the game. Just get talking so people will be interested. And this guy made a response basically saying, like, that doesn't work for everybody. A lot of people have a hard time doing this, and you know, that doesn't mean you shouldn't stream. Here's the thing though, this is an entertainment platform. And if you have a hard time talking, you have to learn to get good at talking, because it's an entertainment platform. And then he came back with, well, some people have anxiety and they don't want to, they can't handle it. Again, here's the problem. It's an entertainment platform. And if you already have anxiety just being in front of the camera and talking to audiences, what's going to happen when you get somebody who's a troll and calls you the worst things in the planet, and you're already on the brink of breaking? This may not be the right place for you. And I don't mean that to gatekeep. I just mean you really need to be sure what you're getting yourself into, because some of the things that I've had said to me have been incredibly hurtful. And some people, they infuriate me so much with what they say because of how mean they are trying to be. Because some of it's just like, you're an idiot, but how do I respond to you? right? Like I had one guy who, in my video where I said girls don't have it easier than guys do, this one guy commented, I don't know what his comment was because he made a second account, but he made a comment and it must have been a sexist comment, something about women do have it easier. I responded and then I blocked him because I don't need that stupidity in my channel. He went out of his way to make a second account. I think I know who it was, and this guy had responded back to me saying basically, I don't know how to argue, clearly I'm too stupid to argue back, so I blocked him. Then he came back with a second account and said I was clearly really childish and pathetic because I blocked him because I'm trying to censor him from talking. And no, it's my platform, it's my channel. I'm not here to debate anybody, and you don't have the right to ask me to debate. I'm telling you that you're wrong and you are not welcome here. And it's really hard to deal with. And then it makes me angry for the rest of the day. And I'm somebody who's used to being in front of people. So now imagine somebody with really high anxiety or a really deep depression who's having a really hard time, and that happens. That's a very dangerous place to be. That's a very hard place to be. And if you are not prepared, you shouldn't be in this line because people are going to go out of their way to attack you. And I don't mean it in a gatekeeper way. I mean it in a, you're going to be in danger mentally if you are going to handle this. And some people don't understand that, and they think that we're just trying to gatekeep, and it's like, no, you don't understand what you're going to get yourself into when somebody attacks you personally, or they find your private information and decide to spread it to the world. What are you going to do with high anxiety when something like that happens, right? Those people are disgusting, the people doing that. But if you're in high anxiety, you're already in a dangerous spot. So when I see these streamers that don't talk, it's like, guys, you got to learn to talk because this is an entertainment platform. It's what it's meant to be. So getting defensive about it isn't good, because then they're the ones that also, not the anxiety ones, the ones who don't talk, I mean, are also the ones that complain that they're not growing. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to say. Exactly. And that's exactly what I said. And that's what the guy, so if I remember if this is the right guy, basically, Night Owl, he said, you know, well, women have it easy. That's why you have so many successful women. And then I turned around and said, and that's why all of the top streamers are women, right? Oh, wait, no. The top woman is still like 16th or 12th or something. So clearly that's not the case. And then he's like, well, women have it easier and there's less women doing it. I'm like, so then if there's less women doing it, more of them would be successful. But they're not. And that's when he like went in and attacked me that I didn't know how to argue. And it's like, no, I do know how to argue because his comeback was that women are still competing with men. Except if women have it easier than men wouldn't be a competition and it would just be down to women and the women would be at the top of the game if that was how it was. But it's not. It's just not. And I saw another guy put up an argument, and I do like what he had to say, where he said, you know, there are women who are good looking and will use their bodies to stream. Just like there are men who are good looking and will use their bodies to stream. Good looking people just happen to have that asset. But that doesn't mean that their life is easier. If they don't know how to entertain, then it doesn't matter. And they're a small minority versus the millions of other streamers that are out there. So it's a moot point. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, this guy ended up attacking me, and it's like it's just so frustrating when I hear stuff like that. It's just so frustrating. Debate me right now. Snowy Fox, it all depends on what platform I am on. But yeah, people are ignorant and they're mean. And what I'm getting at is there are certain skill sets you need to have in this field in order to be able to succeed and to be able to handle it. And this guy, I know he's coming from a good place trying to say, like, everybody can do it, everybody should try. But that's the kind of toxic positivity that is going to put people in danger. Because God forbid somebody who's already on the brink is doing this and gets a modicum of success and has one jerk come through and say some horrible things to them. That person may be in a very dangerous place after that. You know, like I had that one guy come in and say that I was part of an adult film with another guy, trying to insult me. And that to me is not an insult. But to somebody else who might be fighting with who they are and hearing that, it could push them over the edge. So to me, I don't want to start an argument with this guy because I am a much larger creator than him. Like he hasn't broken 10,000 yet. So it would look like I'm punching down. But this guy's giving really dangerous information by saying that it's okay, because it's not. This field is incredibly dangerous when it comes to mental health. and telling somebody who's already highly anxious and who's already very delicate. You're putting him in a really tight spot that you need to be careful with. Gamergate ruined. See, I never followed the Gamergate thing because it just got so toxic and there was a lot of toxicity coming from both sides that every time I heard anything Gamergate or anything Anita Sarkeesian or whatever her name is, nope, not interested. Not interested. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing is, they need to be willing to try to learn, right? And that's what the original video was about. It's like, you need to learn to, you know, handle these situations and learn to be able to kind of get out of that shell. Whereas this guy was more like, no, that information is useless to us. And it's like, no, it is useful. You need to learn to build up that shell. Because somebody can be delicate and have anxiety and be having a hard time, but can learn to get better at dealing with it. But this guy just came off as like, well, no, you're allowed to be delicate and be anxious and still do this. And it's like, no, they need to learn to have that shield up, because if you're not prepared, you are going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. Like I wasn't prepared for the way that I grew as fast as I did. I expected it to take a lot longer, but I've been doing this a long time. So I'm somewhat prepared to deal with some hate, but there are times where people get under my skin with like the stupid things they have to say. And I've been doing this for a long time, so it's like it's just hard, you know? Exactly. It's hard for an average person, let alone somebody who's got a lot of anxiety or depression or whatever. So it's like, no, our advice isn't that you're not allowed to do it. It's just you need to learn to do it and handle it, because it's not safe out here. It's dumb. I'm fully aware I'm a good-looking woman who doesn't. At the same time, I can't believe all you boys are only here. Especially when you live in an age. Exactly. And that's exactly Seven. It's another guy made this good point. Well, Harris talked about it. About the whole thing of like being good looking is just an asset. It's not the make or break of a channel. A woman being good looking may attract, so women are less on the platform, so a good looking woman is going to stand out because there are less of them on the platform. Just in general, it's not that there are less good looking women than there are men. It's just there are less of them on the platform. And there are an abundant amount of men on the platform. So women will just naturally stick out. There are also a lot of men that view these kind of content, like Twitch and stuff, just naturally because of the way society is and stuff. Because a lot of girls feel like they can't enjoy that, you know, just the way things are. So you're gonna have more men as viewers. So if a person's good looking, yeah, they might notice the better looking person immediately. But if they're really boring, they're going to turn away. Like, there's been a few girls that I've followed that I was like, wow, they're really pretty. And I follow them because I'm a guy. But then, like, within 10 minutes, I'm like, wow, they're really boring, or they're really negative, or they're really annoying. And I unfollow. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to support this person because they don't actually put up good entertainment. They're just good looking. And that's not enough. But it's just like me. I've got a nice camera setup and nice sound and everything. But that'll only take me so far. If I have all this set up and I don't know how to talk to people, this doesn't matter. Right? It just doesn't help. And there are streamers out there that are weird looking and have terrible setups and their sound is horrible, and they have a lot of people watching them because they know how to entertain. So it's just an asset that is an extra little detail, but it doesn't actually make or break a channel. And a person being good looking is not a defining moment. And now if there are men out there that are literally just watching a girl because she's good looking and shows a bit of cleavage, or she's hot and kind of flirtatious, that's his problem. That's not her problem. It just is what it is. She's a huge account on TikTok, so has to take breaks every once in a while before she gets overwhelmed. Exactly, Night Owl. That's exactly it. She needs all the hugs sometimes. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You know, there are days where it gets really hard for me, and the hard part for me is I have nobody to turn to because Alana just doesn't want to hear it. And so there are days where I'm having a really, really hard time and I can't talk to her about it because she just doesn't want to hear anything about TikTok. And it can be really, really hard to sit there. And I'm somebody who doesn't have anxiety and I don't really worry about it. Like, it'll just ruin my day. But yeah, being a huge channel, getting hate for no reason, like for no reason whatsoever sometimes, is really, really annoying. I have friends. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same as being able to talk to somebody IRL who, you know, that I could fully, like, rage towards, you know? No worries, Nikki, no worries. You're on your own. No, I know, Seven. It's just, it's not the same. Like, like the only people that I can be 100% candid with when I am talking about my creation and stuff is my brother and Alana. Because there's just stuff that I wouldn't say to anybody except for them. Okay, so this brought me here. And then I go down and I come back up, okay. I know, Seven, I know. Whoa. Insert eye roll. Oh, I need the ice rod. Dang it. I came all this way. Oh, wait, no, I can go this way. Yeah, see, and Alana doesn't content create, so she doesn't get it, and she just doesn't really care, right? And my brother content creates, but he's also very topical. Like, he doesn't ever take anything to heart, good or bad. So it's just, it can be really hard sometimes to try to, like, express what I'm going through, especially because I've you know, had my mini blow up on TikTok, and he still hasn't really had that moment. So sometimes I feel like I'm talking to him and it's hard for him to hear if I'm, like, complaining about something that he hasn't gotten to yet. What if we flew to Canada? In my hometown, which is 3 hours away. Yeah, Carrie, and that could be helpful. For me, though, I don't... Like, my big problem with not having anybody to turn to is I only have one real-life friend, and that's Preston. And I don't have... Like, him and I don't have that kind of relationship where I can, like, call him... I know he'd always be there for me, but it's just I've never established that kind of connection with him to be able to, like, hey, Preston, this and this terrible thing happened. I will talk to him about stuff that happens, but it's just not... I just don't have a whole bunch of friends that I can reach out to. Most of my friends, I have a lot of social anxiety. Most of my friends I keep at, like, arm's length at all times. So I had one video that really helped me kind of get noticed at all. And then I've had a lot of consistency, but it's only one type of video that gets me to that point. Most of my videos, they do okay. They actually do a lot better than most people my size, because a lot of people that are my size post a video and they might get like 1,000 views. And like right now I'll look at my videos, and like just randomly the views that I get, 3,000, 7,000, 2,000, 2,000, 6,000. So like I'm bouncing between 2,000 to 6,000 all the time with all my like regular videos. But when I do my comedy sketches, they do a lot better. My channel reviews do okay. Like I've got one that's 11,000, another one that's 7,000, another one that's 6,000. But my comedy ones, this is a bad comedy one, does 15,000. The latest one that I posted, my latest Hey Retro, has 187,000 views. So it's almost always my comedy stuff that gets me going. So it's been a lot of those being put up that have gained me the views. Like they usually get about 20,000 and up. So those have been getting me the views. Everything else gets me some follows, but not as often. Almost every time that somebody is followed when I haven't really posted anything good, right before they've watched one of my Hey Retro videos. So it's one type of video that gets me to grow, but it's been a lot of them that have kind of kept me out there. With a few random outliers. They're funnier. Yeah, so I was trying to do, because I've always been like a comedic actor, right? Like that's always been my thing, is to do comedy. And which is funny because I do comedy, but almost always I'm cast as the bad guy. But I just wanted to find a different way than just like streamer tips, here's the tip. I still do those, but I was like, how can I like still impart knowledge and not be exactly like everybody else? I was like, well, I can do this comedy stuff and kind of stand out while making people laugh, and they'll still have the message of what I'm trying to say. Because like even the latest one I did was somebody trying to rush me through the talking part of my stream, and that kid actually commented, he goes, unfortunately this is actually how I am in your streams. So it's like, maybe it clued into you that this is what we see. Nice, Jack, nice. Mobile suit? What is that? Like, is it a show? To be honest, the comedy videos on TikTok are what get people popular. Yeah, comedy is a big thing, or some kind of like viral video. So I've had a couple of non-comedy videos be viral. Mostly when I've talked about like women and gaming. Those have done really well, which I haven't made with that mindset. I just made them because I was like, yeah, I want to stand alongside my female creators and be like, hey guys, like, not all of us think that you're just using your bodies. But yeah, most of them are my comedy stuff. Comedy is really viral on TikTok because most people want to swipe and find something funny and then swipe to the next one. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of going for. Night Owl is the hey guys, you're kind of being annoying, but I'm gonna name this annoying viewer and do it to the extreme, but like this is kind of what you guys do, so maybe don't do that. And on the other hand, have other streamers kind of be like, hey guys, don't worry, this happens to all of us, so you're not alone. This person isn't picking on you. That it's very common in the streaming world. So kind of try to help both sides at the same time, but with the hope that maybe somebody who does this will kind of go, oh, so they kind of see that as annoying. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore, without directly calling somebody out. Because a lot of people ask me, what's this annoying viewer's name? And I don't want to give them a name because I don't want somebody to feel like I am calling them out. Because if I name him Timmy, and then there's a kid named Timmy that watches streams and he happened to have done one of those things, I don't want him to feel like I called him out in particular. Apparently some kids have been saying that it's them trying to get clout with their friends, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I try to keep it neutral, so it's like, hey, like this happens, and then maybe multiple kids will be like, oh, I shouldn't do that anymore. I'd rather say I stand with, yeah, and like with the women thing, I have no idea. I have like an inkling of what they're going through, but I have no idea. The closest I can relate is like people diminishing my work and saying, well, you only got lucky with one video. But that's still not anywhere near the same as being completely diminished on everything that I do just because of the sex that I was born. But yeah, there are things that I definitely would know how they're going, like what they're going through, because I may have lived that exact experience. But most parts, like, I just want to stand with them, you know? She is 7, Nikki. She is 7. We have no idea what they're going through. We support you, but we never experience. Exactly. Tony, I don't really have interest in FNAF because basically a bunch of 12-year-olds are into that, and that's just not really my cup of tea 100%. I do want to try the VR version of FNAF, but it's definitely not something that I want to do on the channel full time. My brother does it. If you are interested, he does play it once in a while. You should check him out. She is you, 7. She is you. Edible paper, that's about it. That's about it. I love that stuff. But yeah, Night Owl, that's exactly it. Like I can understand to some degree, like my fiance is a big gamer and she obviously has been, you know, talked down to about her gaming. So I can kind of picture what she's gone through, but I don't know. Like I've never this guy ended up making a comment, and another one that I blocked, where he ended up saying not another one trying to pretend like we all don't get yelled at or something on voice chat, something stupid like that. And so then I commented back like, yeah, I keep getting threatened with, and I keep getting threatened that, you know, or I keep getting told that none of my stuff is worthwhile just because of what I am. It's like, no, dude. You get yelled at, and they might make, like, a joke, but it doesn't have the same meaning, right? That's like if I tell you to get back to your country, and then somebody tells me to go back to my country. A very, very different experience for me to get told to go back to my country than for Alana to get told to go back to her country. Because her heritage is German, but she's still white. So when people tell her to go back to her country, it's a very different experience than when I get told to go back to my country. It's the same with a woman. When they make an R joke to them, very different than when I get that joke told to me. I can't even imagine how that feels like. So I'll never understand. I will never understand, but at least I can say I am not one of those people who believes that, and I will defend as much as I can. Perfect, Nikki, perfect. Okay, Carrie, I really appreciate you being here. Have yourself a really good night. Thank you for spending some time with us. That is really, really kind of you. Chef, how you doing, man? How are things? How's life? Oh my god, yeah. Telling them to go back to their country. Yep. Yep. Why must you ruin my favorite game? Oh, man. I'm sorry, Jack. Dude, I know the forever tired struggle. I know the forever tired struggle. Coffee is like my lifeline right now. Oh! Apparently I can block it with my shield. Welcome to adulthood, right? They never told me that was gonna happen when I became an adult. Exactly, Seven. And that's the thing. It's like you don't even get to prove that you know what you're doing without getting hate immediately. Or like content creation. You have success with something and it's because you did well at what you did, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's because you're a girl. It's like, no, man. Like, okay, is somebody that I have been following for a really long time. And I've been watching them grow over time. And when I started following them, they were really tiny. All over. On YouTube and on Twitch. On YouTube. On TikTok and on Twitch. And she has busted her hump to get to where she is. And she's outgrown me on every platform. And not just by like a little bit. Like I'm not even on the radar with her anymore. And people still belittle the work that she does. Yet, if you go and spend time on her stream, she is genuinely funny and entertaining, and not once uses her looks or her sexual, like her gender, as a tool. Ever. The only thing that I could say at all is that she has really pretty makeup, and I hate her that she has such pretty makeup because I have scars all over my face, and I wish I could wear makeup and look pretty. And I don't mean that in a gender way, it's just I wouldn't be able to pull off makeup because I don't know how, and I don't have interest in learning how. But that's it. Like, she's just genuinely entertaining. Yet just for the fact that she's a girl, automatically people are going to discredit what she's done. And I'm sorry, but to grow to 7,000 followers in 6 months on Twitch is insanely good. Because there are some girls who their initial like attraction has gained them some growth, but they still, once they get past that, there's nothing there holding people in and they don't grow. she continues to grow and she continues to do very, very well. But just because she's a girl, automatically it means nothing, and it's so frustrating to watch. You had a little fangirl moment. Oh, man. Yeah, Pixel Kitten. Yeah. I know, man, but how unlucky am I that I can't grow one? This is like almost 3 months. And this is it. This is all the length I've got. This is it. Like, there's nothing. There's almost nothing there. And it's super thin, and it's so, like, heartbreaking, because I wish I could grow a beard, because a beard is like the automatic plus 10 for sex appeal, and I don't have access to it. Oh well, what can you do? 6 months. I'm not even on the radar with you, man. I think after 6 months I'll get like a couple of long whiskers and that's it. Should just say their pronouns are he and him, so they're basically there you go, you came up with it. You're 13 and have a beard? Yeah, no, I didn't start growing a beard till I was in my 20s. But yeah, is great. Is awesome. There's quite a few that are really making some waves. Girl Thulu's another one that's starting to make some real big waves, and I see her having that same kind of blow up moment where all of a sudden she's just gonna do one video that's gonna just get her on everybody's radar. Those are the three that I really keep my eye on, that I can see doing quite a bit with their channel. Yeah, you like this better? See, and Alana would like it if I had like more of a beard. I would like it if I had more of a beard. I either want like a full beard or no facial hair. I actually personally don't really like having facial hair. It's just a pain in the butt all around for me in my field, because one, I wear a CPAP mask to sleep, and having facial hair and wearing that mask, the mask moves around so it leaks a lot, so it makes it harder to sleep. Second, I wear a face mask all day long. I know the whole world does, but I do for a living. And so trying to adjust that mask, I'm constantly pulling my beard hairs and it really hurts. And again, it doesn't provide a good enough seal. And so having a beard is such a pain in the butt. I prefer not having any facial hair, but now that I've gained the weight that I have, and just Alana doesn't like me completely clean shaven, and neither do any of my viewers, I've kind of been, my arm has been twisted to keep my facial hair. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Night Owl. And I think has really hit a real good nerve, because a lot of people are looking up to her, and she's doing everything right. She really is doing everything right. And she's one of those that's a rarity, because even if other people are doing what does, she just happens to hit the right like frequency for people to really, really want to follow her, because 7,000 is a lot to gain in a very short amount of time. Like 6-7 months is nothing, and she's at 7,000. And at this point, she always tells me she's scared she's gonna like fall flat on her face and fail. At this point, unless she does something royally wrong, I don't see her failing anymore. She's got enough momentum behind her that it's just easy sailing. It's kind of like what's happened to me on TikTok, is unless I do something wrong or just completely let TikTok go, I'm growing no matter what I do. Like, I didn't post anything yesterday and I still got like 100 followers. I posted stuff the day before and I didn't post anything the day before that. But in the last 4 days, I've gained over 1,000 followers. So it's like I've gained momentum now. As long as I just keep doing what I'm doing, I should keep going. And I think it's the same with As long as she continues to keep her head on and do the work she's doing, I could see her getting to like 20,000 by the end of the year easily. Hey, Killian, how you doing? How are you? Doesn't like my content. I do like your content. I'm talking about what I see that the vast majority of people are noticing. Because the Girl Thulu has jumped a few thousand people in like the last month. I can see your message. I'll be stopping the spread even more. Yeah, I wear masks. I wear 2 masks no matter where I go and no matter what I'm doing. I'm wearing 2 masks all the time. I'm doing good, Killian. I'm doing good. My growth is... yeah, I'm still really, like... On all platforms, the growth that I've done over the last 5 months. So, how can I put this? Growth is, like, astronomical. Like, it's, like, skyrocketing growth. My growth is very, very, very fast growth. Like, it's not the normal either. Because in 4 months, I've gained 2,000... What am I at right now? I don't even know what I'm at on Twitch right now. I'm really close to 3,000 on Twitch. But I went from 400 to whatever I'm at right now. 4,000 to... Come on, Twitch. Or 4,000. 400 to... Come on. There we go. 400 to 2,879. So we're talking... Because I was almost exactly 400 when it happened. It was like 403 when it happened. So let's say 405 just to round off. That would mean that I've gained 2,474 people in about 4 months, which is insane growth. And I only stream 12 hours a week. So like that's very, very, very fast growth. And then on TikTok, I went from 100 followers to 62,000 followers I'm at right now. 63,000 followers. So I went from 150 to 63,000 followers in that same amount of time. My growth is definitely the abnormal. It's not what happens to everybody, and it's interesting to watch because I don't understand why I'm growing the way that I am. But it's really, really cool. And Chadley, you weren't here at the very top. I mentioned to everybody. I'm just super proud of it. I gotta keep telling people. Deep Silver, I applied to be one of their partners, and today I got the email that I got accepted to be part of the Deep Silver partnership program. Thank you, Tony. That is really, really nice of you. But I ordered these masks that also came with this thing that you stuff the mouth part with the mask. So I wear 2 of those, including those stuffing things. You're basically invincible. No one's gonna stop you now. They could cough in your face and you could just laugh. See, I just have surgical masks. I had a cloth mask. So I used to wear a cloth mask that was triple layered and a surgical mask. And I stupidly got out of my car. And I used to hang it on my signal on my car when I wasn't at work. Like this was where I would hang it when I was driving from here to work. And I got out to drop Nora off, and it must have got caught on my boot or something, and I pulled it off the signal arm, and it fell, and I didn't notice. And when I got to work, I didn't have it. And then I went back to my parents, and it was gone. So, it really sucks. Thanks, Killian. Thanks. Thanks, Chadley. Yeah, it was. I didn't think it would happen, because my Twitch and YouTube really, as far as like influencers go, isn't very big. And their application process asked you for like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. And then it said, and any other. And so I put in TikTok, and I kind of, because they just asked for the link, I put in a blurb at the end of it. I was like, yeah, this is my TikTok. In 5 months, I've grown from 100 to this. I am still growing. I am like an educational channel where I'm constantly suggesting things for people to do in games. So I think this would be perfect for you guys. And I think that's what the clincher was for them. But it's really cool to be working with like an actual, like real big publisher, because like I've had contact with indie devs, and most of the time I thought it was fake, so I didn't respond, and I feel kind of bad now. And some of them would like email me and send me like a random link, and I just didn't know if they were real or if they were viruses, so I just kind of just didn't answer. Now I'm much more serious about it, so I'm doing differently with answering back. But like going from an indie dev to like Deep Silver, Dead Island, and Metro and stuff, that's like crazy. Crazy. You'll get more. Yeah, man. yeah, the Dead Island people. I'm like super excited because I love Dead Island. I love Dead Island. I've got like the collector's thing for Dead Island, and like this hula girl is from there, and I always keep her here because Come on, zombies. And I've got like my zombie tattoo and stuff, so I'm like huge into zombie stuff, so it's great. Yeah, so I use the cloth and a surgical, but I work in healthcare, right? So I got to be able to switch out my masks all the time. And so work gives me a bunch of surgical masks, so I wear 2 every time I go to work. But yeah, I'm kind of sad I don't have my cloth one, because the cloth one did a better seal than my surgical one does. But it is what it is. I know, I want Dead Island 2 so badly. What is Dead Island? It is like an RPG game. Think of like Skyrim style of like gameplay, like swinging swords and stuff, but you're a bunch of people on an island and it has been infested with zombies and you're just trying to escape. And so think Dying Light without the parkour. That's what it is. And yeah, Night Owl, I think I will grow. I think I'm going to continue to grow. As long as I keep doing things right, I should continue to grow. It's just... it's still weird, you know? Like, especially this week has been kind of a bit of an influx. I thought this was the wake-up one. Oh, no, the crocodile guy. Especially lately, there was a bit of an influx over the week where I had... I think I've gained something like 150 followers on Twitch in the last, like, 48 hours, which is a lot. Killian, I really appreciate you popping in. I miss you guys. I hope you guys are doing okay and keeping safe. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I need bombs. And maybe feather to jump. Ow. I didn't mean to throw it that far. Yeah, it was, and it was the one video, right? Because I haven't had a Hey Retro really blow up in months. I messed up. And so having one that blew up has helped get some extra followers. Oh, nice, Jack. Nice. I haven't been able to use honey for anything because I'm in Canada. Almost none of the codes they ever have work. Tony, my favorite Dragon Ball character is... Aw, dang it. My favorite Dragon Ball characters are two that... One that I think people do like, but he's... And the other one is one that people don't like because he dies all the time. I got them right here, though. I got them right here. Krillin and Master Roshi. Those are my two favorites. I love Krillin and I love Master Roshi. Yep, obviously Krillin, because he dies every single season. But I was really into the original Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z. I got into Dragon Ball Z later, but Dragon Ball is that's my jam. And so Krillin was Goku's best friend in that series, and then like watching Goku as a child work with Krillin and how they were enemies, not enemies, but like they were rivals and then they became best friends. Like to me that makes Krillin really special. As soon as I said dies all the time. Exactly, right? Like he gets the poop end of a stick. Hold on, I don't know if I'm focused. He gets the poop end of a stick because he dies all the time. But the truth is, he's a human. And he's like keeping up with Saiyans and with whatever Piccolo is. I can't remember what they're called. Right now, I can't remember what they're called. But like he's keeping up with all these crazy races and he's just a human. And he's completely amazing. So I love Krillin and I like his personality and I like Krillin. I like Krillin a lot. Plus we're both bald, so. Namek, yes, yes. You know what really bugs me? Because I always watch the dub. Because I have a really short attention span, so I can't like stare at the screen and read the sub. So I just watch the dub. And I hate it because a lot of the dub will refer to them either as Namek or Namekian. And I like Namekian, but a lot of the time they're like, oh, that guy's a Namek. But I like that guy's a Namekian. It just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds nicer to me. But yeah. Yes, my background is blurry. Okay, back to the game. Let's try again. Yeah, I like the voices better. I think they're much more natural sounding. Because like Goku has such an annoying voice in the subs, like the original voices. I need some bombs. I don't know where to get bombs, so we'll just go back to town, I think. Can I buy bombs? I don't know. I want to say I can. We'll try. But yeah, I love Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. And the two fandoms that I didn't own anything from were Dragon Ball and Resident Evil. And Alana changed that for me because she bought me a couple of Dragon Ball figurines and then those pins. And so those pins are from one of my favorite scenes in the original Dragon Ball, and it's when Goku and Krillin first start training with Master Roshi, and they have to carry milk up the mountain and deliver milk to all the townsfolk. And she got me one of Goku delivering, like a figurine of Goku delivering the milk to the townfolk, and then one of Goku as the gorilla, like as the monkey thing, and one of Goku on his Nimbus. Oh, did it freeze for you too? That's awesome. That's so awesome, man. Everything seems okay. It looks like I might be dropping frames. Yeah, I'm dropping frames like crazy for some reason. Yeah, we're dropping frames like crazy right now. That's weird. Stop dropping frames. Yeah, I'm dropping... I don't know why I'm dropping frames. It's like, it's bouncing between red and yellow. My internet is dropping. That's what's happening. My internet is dying right now. Oh no, my internet! Weird. I may have just completely disconnected from YouTube. Yeah, and it's not even my PC, it's the internet. I'm going down to like 5,000 kilobytes right now. I'm supposed to be outputting at 8. Weird. What if I drop it a little bit just to kind of ease up the stress? Will that help? Okay, I dropped it a bit. Hopefully that will kind of steady things a little bit. I should never. I know, that never happens. There's never tech issues. Streaming is flawless all the time. If you have problems while streaming, you're not a streamer. Never. They're going okay for you? Okay. So it seems like they've settled down a bit. I was dropping a ton of frames, like really badly. Okay, got 30 bombs. Yeah, we were dropping a ton of frames. I don't know what happened. I downed the bitrate and it seems to have fixed it a bit. We might have a blurrier image now, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Alana or something tried to download something. My router really sucks. I need to get like a proper router. I have a really cheap one, and so anybody tries to download anything, and then everybody else just bogs down. That's probably what happened. Oh, I have it still set at 1080p, but the bitrate is now almost half of what it was. Did they give you an ad? I've never had an ad during a stream. I've always gotten them after the, like, when I first joined the stream. Oh! Got too close to my own bomb. Want a full refund? Yeah, YouTube's memberships do not stop ads. I missed. I'm gonna die. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. YouTube is a scam. A Bouldergeist? What's Bouldergeist? Jerk. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I'm about to die. This is the hardest part with the 3-heart challenge so far. Come on. Hey, now my own stream stopped me from watching my stream. Did my stream completely die? I'm still live, right? Okay. It kicked me out of my own stream. Okay, I should be back. Mine never buffers. Okay. Try refreshing. Okay, does it seem to be better now? There we go. Does it seem to be better now, guys? I hope it's better now. Okay, so I think it was the YouTube server issue, because I just switched servers. I didn't change anything else. I just swapped servers. And yeah, even on my end, it seems stable now. Oh, I hate this guy. Nope. Studios. No problem, Tara. No problem at all. I'm so bummed out that the internet's been all weird. Got Badobos going on here. Yeah, I'm through the Ethernet. Like my actual my actual modem is, if you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it? That right there, where Luigi is, under that, he's on a crate. In that crate, I have my router, my modem, and then I've got an Ethernet cable. You can't see it, it's completely obscured, but it goes across down to my router, which is literally right behind my monitor here. And then an Ethernet going to my computer. So this one's completely connected directly. I think it was a YouTube server issue, because I was on the backup server, because the main server always gives me issues. And I went to the backup one this time trying to be smart and be like, oh, I'll just avoid the problems. And apparently the backup one was giving issues, so now I'm on the normal one and it seems to be fine. But like I was saying, my router is really garbage. It's like a cheap $40 one that I bought, just to get me live when we first moved in. But it seems as soon as anybody downloads anything or anybody's watching a video, everybody else's internet just completely bogs down. It's really, really frustrating. Like if Nora's watching something and Alana's watching something, if I go on my phone, even on TikTok, it just buffers like crazy. The power line adapters. See, and this house, it's really weird with the wiring, so I don't even know if that would work in this house. I don't know what they did in this house, because the buzzing that I hear is like, I don't know, this whole place is just a mess. But, yeah, I ended up buying, at my old place, the internet was in the living room, and I was in the bedroom on the back end of the apartment, and I ended up buying like a 50-foot cable, and just threw it all the way to where I needed to get, because I needed pure Ethernet. We were trying to use Wi-Fi, and it just was useless. And because that house in particular was so old, trying to use the wiring there, yeah, you lose like 50% speed. That's horrible. 100 years old. Wow. Yeah, the house that we lived in was, I think they had said like 95 years old. Either 95 or 115, somewhere in there. It was a really, really old house too. This one, I don't know how old it is, but I don't think it's that old. It's old, but I don't think it's that old. Uh-oh. Aww. Yeah, finally. This dungeon's tough, though. I remember I had a hard time with this one. Because their house is an old farmhouse. What? That's so cool. That's not something you ever see here, really. Like somebody naming their house. If they do, it's like a quirky thing that they do. But you never really see somebody name their house. So I thought it was just like a quirky TV thing. I didn't realize that they actually do that legitimately for that reason. Fir tree house. That's so cool. That is so cool. Jack, you just did ask a question. Jeez. Oh. That wasn't good. You did that. Go for it, Jack. What would you like to know? You have 3 left. Are you buffering again? Oh, yeah, I'm buffering too. What's going on? Yeah, I just buffered and went right back like 5 minutes. On my side, it's showing completely stable. 0 dropped frames. My internet seems to be fine. Pretty ironic now if I ask it. Ha. Jack. Way to rub it in, man. Way to rub it in. Way to rub it in. I don't know. I'm either the internet in my area is just having issues, or YouTube is having issues. I don't know. I can't tell. 350, 35. Man, mine's 60 and 10. Oh, Jack. Ethan, no worries. Had to leave because my dog tore down the curtains. Oh, no! So, let me see what the conversion would be. Yeah, so you do pay more than me. I think I'm paying this now because the price just went up. So I'm paying about £50 for my internet speed, which ironically is actually pretty decent speed here without moving into like really expensive territory speeds. Because they offered this speed and then there were two other ones that were higher than this, but the prices were like way, way higher. Like right now in Canadian dollars, I'm paying about $85 and the next step up was like $150 and then the next step up was like $200 and I wasn't going to pay $200. I'm not doing this. I'm not earning enough money doing this to pay that. But yeah, and then some companies in this area don't even offer these speeds yet. Like I called the company that I was with and they were offering download speeds of 1.2 and upload speeds of 250 kilobits or whatever it is. Kilobytes, kilobits, whatever. 250. That was the speeds they were giving me in this house. So the company that I found has decent speeds, but yeah, nowhere near what the rest of the world has. Better than your friends in Australia? Never heard of her. Oh, nice, Ethan, nice. Yeah, that's less than 4G. It was insane. So when I called them to cancel, because they were okay speeds where I was living before, but they were a ripoff. Like the company themselves were scummy. And when I called them to cancel, they were like, "Oh, well, can't you just like transfer you to another area? Like, we'll transfer it to the new house." And when I told them the speeds that they were giving me, he's like, "Oh, and that's not good enough?" I'm like, no, and you guys are charging me double the price what the company that I'm looking at is going to charge me. So no. Only upload of 48. Oh crap! No. That's where I started, right? That's where I came in from? Yeah. So this one is this. I know, right? Right? It's frustrating. And they just didn't understand. And then they called me like 3 months later to ask me if I had changed my mind. I was like, no, guys, like I'm a content creator. I need actual speed. I don't want to upload a 10-minute video to YouTube and have it take 6 days to get there. Oh, it's up there. But yeah, this company was scummy to begin with. When we signed up with them, they gave us a 1-year contract. And basically told us, you know, you're going to get a discounted price for the first year, which was like almost 50% of what the main price was going to be. And then after the first year, you pay the full price. And I was like, okay, cool. Not a problem. Sounds great. I was with them for about 5 months, and then all of a sudden our bill came in and it was $20 more. And so I was like, all right, you know, things have been happening around the world. This was before pandemic. So maybe something caused the price to go up. Then another month went by, and then they raised the price again, another $20. So that was almost double what I was paying originally. And so I called them. And they're like, no, you still have your discount. I'm like, no, when we signed up, it was supposed to be $60 a month. We're now at $100 a month. What is going on? You know what their response was? You didn't read the contract. You were guaranteed your discount. We can raise the base price whenever we feel like it. That is scummy, because what they told me was that my price was locked at this price for the rest of the year. And what they meant was my discount was locked at that price for the rest of the year. but the base price could go up. So all they were doing was just upping my base price while keeping my $50 discount or whatever. Like, so scummy. So scummy. But like, I love my... You just do speed sets just to look at it? But yeah, I was not pleased with them, so I will never go back to them. Just for being as scummy as they were. Okay. I don't think I can do anything here. It makes a difference, man. It makes a difference. I've had some slow internet in the past, and just having even the speeds that I've got, it's quite life-altering. Yeah, you don't get much difference. What happened to my computer? Something's loose in my computer. And it's making like a fan noise, and it's really driving me crazy. One of my fans is touching something, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to take the thing apart. Okay, stop it, computer! You're driving me crazy! Whatever. We're just gonna have to live with it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Every time I talk, you might hear like a in the background. Sorry. Okay, so if I went there, where can I go? Ethan, it's going well. I am sitting at 63.5k followers, which is really cool. It's really, really cool. It's kind of surreal. Yeah, I've got like I don't know, one of my fans, I think it's one of my front fans, one of my RGB fans for the extra frame rate. I think one of the cables is just kind of loose and touching it, so it's making like a clicking sound. And every time I talk, I can hear it through my noise gate, and it's driving me absolutely mental. No worries, Tony. Go eat your chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggies are great. Okay. There's gotta be a way to kill that guy. I just don't know how. Can I shoot him, maybe? I only have 2, though. No, he runs away. I don't know how to kill him. Maybe this? Nope. It's, yeah, I keep thinking about that, and I don't know what to think about it, you know? 100k is a lot of people. Like, that's an insane amount of people. Ah, I forgot I could do that. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, 100,000 people at some point near, like, in the near future are going to be following me, who are going to enjoy my content and want to actively watch me. Tara, welcome back. Oh, Red Dead is awesome. Oops. Red Dead 2 is amazing. Hey, K-Fresh, how you doing, man? How are you? How's life? Okay. Ooh, what if I go there? $300. Holy crap. Just for robbing the O'Driscolls. K-Fresh, have you started streaming again, man? I've been seeing your videos, you're eating your jelly bean videos. But I haven't seen if you actually started going live again. Oh, moving to another state. Cool. What state are you moving to? Solid, liquid, gas? What are you thinking? Haha, dad jokes. What state are you moving to? And is there a like a good reason for it, or is it like a I'd rather not talk about it reason? Holy crap, Jack. But yeah, it's weird, Night Owl. Like, even gaining that much of a following, that was never ever part of the plan. Like, my plan was 10,000, maybe get like to 1,000 on Twitch, and that was my overall goal. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. You know, it might take a year to get there, but I'll get there. Nowhere in my plan was to be where I am now. Or like, I had a kid comment on one of my videos. I've had 3 so far come up. 2 of them come up that said, I used to watch you when you were streaming on YouTube like a couple of years ago. I can't believe like you're this big on TikTok. And then I had one kid comment yesterday or the day before, I haven't seen you in years. I used to watch you. Dude, when did you become TikTok famous? And I'm like, that's like, I don't see myself as famous. I've never been recognized. I don't go anywhere though, so I wouldn't be able to be recognized anyway. But I've never been recognized. I don't think I would go anywhere and have people be like, oh my God, it's you. But I don't know. Who knows, right? And at 100,000, I feel like that would be a big enough audience that people would start to recognize me. And like, there was, I brought this up before. There was a girl who, you know, sadly lost her life. And she had gone missing, and then they ended up finding her, and she had been, you know, she's deceased. And when they were talking about her, they referred to her as a social media influencer. And so I saw her image and I was like, I don't know who this is. Like, I'm not into the beauty social media side, but the big ones you recognize. Like, I know who James Charles is. I know, I don't remember what the girl's name is, but the one girl that was fighting with James Charles, I know her. I know the other guy who's got like the long blonde hair and the Star, Jeffree Star or whatever. It's like, I know some of the big ones, but I didn't recognize this girl at all. And then I go and I look at her Instagram, and she's got like 5,000 or 6,000 followers, and she was considered no, she had 16,000 followers, and she was considered a beauty influencer. And at that time I had like 30,000. I was like, I'm double her size. Like, am I considered an influencer now? Like a proper influencer? And now I'm bigger than I was then. Like, it's so weird. Your partner gets recognized? That's so weird. That is so weird. To Atlanta. Because you missed the big city? That makes sense, man. That makes sense. Are you going to still be doing the same work you've been doing, like working in a college or whatever? So when I started TikTok, so it's kind of a long story. Let me elaborate. So basically, when I started, I was on YouTube, and I was at like 2,700 when I moved over to Twitch. I was actually at 2,900, and I lost almost 300 followers in the span of like 3 months on YouTube, and that was it for me. I was done. And so I moved over to TikTok, to Twitch. I legitimately gained about 150 followers, and then one night I went to sleep and I woke up and I had like 5,100 followers, and then I streamed and nobody watched. I still had my like 2 viewers, 3 viewers, and then I streamed a couple of days, and then I went to sleep again like 4 days later and woke up, and then I was at 10,100 and something. And I was like that for about 5 months, and I gained 400 followers over the next 4 months. And somebody admitted that they were trying to help the channel, and they purchased a bunch of fake accounts to follow me, thinking it would help. Not realizing that they had put my channel in very, very high danger of being deleted. Now, when it all happened, I contacted Twitch, and I was like, hey, this happened, like, I've gotten this huge influx of followers over the last week, and they're not watching me, so I'm pretty sure it's a bot. I don't know what to do. They told me just leave it alone. We'll eventually get rid of them. So I legitimately had about 405 followers when I started on TikTok. And then about a week into like getting some traction on TikTok, I found a video of a lady who is also a streamer, and she was talking about getting bot attacked and how to delete them. And so then I followed her instructions and I deleted all the followers. I found the date and the time it all happened, and it all happened within the span of like 2 hours. So I just deleted everybody in those 2-hour time slots on those 2 separate days, and they were all gone. It really bugged me because they spent $100 doing that. They could have just given me $100 instead, and it would have been way more useful. But anyways, I deleted them all to get rid of them. And then that's when I legitimately started growing, because I had one person come in and ask me, they're like, how do you have 10,000 followers and you only have 5,000 views on your channel? And so I was like, now they're going to think I did it to myself. So I went and deleted them all right as the channel started to pick up traction, just so that nobody would question it. I've had one person question that they went back and looked at my growth pattern, and then they saw this huge spike, and then I was up, and then I dropped suddenly. And so I had to explain the story to them. But yeah, so legitimately I had about 400. So I've gained 2,000, what was it, 2,570 something in the span of 5 months on YouTube or on Twitch. Red Raven, how you doing, man? How are you, dude? I just saw your message, Red. How you doing, man? So many people get botted these days. Yeah, and that was the thing. I reported it right away because I was afraid it was going to turn into a big deal. And I was like, I don't want to get, you know, growth and then have my whole channel deleted because of something I didn't do. And bots don't help. Like, they kind of could help on YouTube, maybe, if the algorithm were to see like a steady growth of bots, not just a sudden influx. But, you know, like, let's say over the span of a month, you're gaining like 50 followers every day. YouTube algorithm might see that as a good thing and start pushing your content more, but it doesn't help if you have no interactions, if you have no following, because when you're contacting guys that want to partner with you, they're going to look at how many people are watching you, not what your numbers are. So in the end, it just doesn't help. I do not want to work ever again. Oh man, I don't blame you, dude. That I wouldn't be able to do that job. It sounds really, really stressful and frustrating. And thank you for the congrats on the TikTok success, K-Fresh. It's been a wild ride and it's still going. Like, just from when the stream started until now, I've gained about 300 followers on TikTok, which, like, I don't know how that's happening, you know? I don't know why that's happening. I mean, I'm glad it's happening because I'm putting in a lot of work. But I don't know why it's happening, and as far as like, I just can't see people wanting to follow me that quickly. Hold on, I got a bunch of messages. All you people messaging me. Aha! Ginger Gamer message. I'll message him back after. Thanks, Seven. Exactly. And thankfully, I haven't really had that happen, so I haven't had like chat bots come through, knock on fake IKEA wood that it won't happen. But yeah, like I just want to legitimately grow. I'd rather have 15 legitimate people watching me versus having 100 bots watch me. Like, I want people to talk to. I want my chat to be busy enough that I don't have to sit here going, so guys, right now I'm looking for where to go, you know? But I also know people are trying to help. I don't, that's not the help I want. Oh yeah, gameplay. Go for it, dude. TikTok is fun. Be aware, it is addicting. TikTok is addicting. Be careful. Yeah, and that's what I like about streaming, is the interacting with people, talking with people, goofing off. I wish I was a little bit more creative to do more, like, more creative style streams. Like, I was watching play, what was it, a couple of days ago, and she was playing blindfolded, and I thought that was hilarious. I also saw Girl Thulu do a blindfolded thing one day. So it's like, I wish I was more creative to do, like, weird, crazy stuff like that. And right, Seven? Once you start finding stuff that you really enjoy, it quickly becomes addicting. Like, you quickly start realizing that it's a fun app to be on. Upside down controls, yeah. I tried to do Dark Souls with crowd control, and I couldn't get it to work because I had the original Dark Souls, not the remaster, and I guess it just doesn't work with that anymore. Just because I want to have that kind of interaction. I'm just not creative enough. That's the problem. I'm not creative enough. I had that originally, Jack. It was all politics, and all it did was serve to get me really angry. And so I just, like, I started not interacting with it or watching them as soon as something, even if they were creators that I liked. There's like 4 political creators that I really enjoy, but as soon as they popped up, I would just swipe because I didn't want to see them. There's one guy that I watch. I don't watch him on purpose. He does a lot of TikTok tips, or not, Twitch tips. And sometimes his information's just slightly off. Not off enough that it's wrong, but just off enough that it's like there's a better way to do what you're saying, or what you're saying is almost right. But I don't want to interact with him because he's much larger than I am. But at the same time, it's like he's giving really basic tips that just don't mean anything to me, and so it's like I just don't interact with him because at one point that's all I saw was just him. I'm genuinely okay with it. Skyfall on Twitch. He's streaming everything at the moment with a steering wheel. That is amazing. That is amazing. I don't like politics. Yeah, politics can be very divisive. Don't bring yourself down and say you're not creative, Louis. I'm creative. I mean, like, I'm creative in the way of like getting my camera to look good, getting the stream to look good, but I'm not creative in like finding ways to get interaction on the channel, you know? On Twitch, it's very different than it is on YouTube when it comes to support. I find people are way less supportive on YouTube financially. I mean, I'm not talking like friends and stuff that I find that that's the same on both platforms, but financially, people are a lot less supportive on YouTube than they are on Twitch. Once you start going, it's hard to get it going on Twitch, but once you do, people are more willing to donate bits and sub and stuff over on Twitch than they are on YouTube. That being said, because I've never had as many subs or members on YouTube as I have on Twitch. I think the highest I ever got on YouTube was like 15. On Twitch, I'm sitting far beyond that. But people my size are normally sitting at like 300 to 400 subs, and I'm not even like half of that. And so I don't know how to make it more interesting for people to want to sub or to donate. And there are things that people do with that to get more money, but give something back, and it's not just like, here's $5 for the sake of $5. And I don't know how to be creative that way. That's where I lack creativity, is how to do stuff like that. Dark Souls 3 with a dance mat? What? How do you even do that? That's crazy. Yeah, there's less incentives on YouTube. Absolutely. Absolutely less incentives on YouTube. And gifting subs is also very helpful on Twitch, because on YouTube you can buy yourself a membership, but you can't donate memberships. And so somebody who could be willing to do like 8 or 9 memberships just won't, because they can only do one. I do. I have to steal everybody's ideas. Beat it with a power glove. Oh my god, could you imagine? It's already hard. I already have a hard time beating it to begin with. To stop discrimination against any gamer. You gotta make a bill where we all have to have super fast internet. That's a good bill. Stop downplaying what you're good at. Well, no, I'm proud of how my stream looks. I'm actually really proud of how my stream looks, and in my humble bragging way, I do think my stream looks a lot better than the vast majority of streamers that are larger than me. I think my stream is at a very, very, very high quality as far as overlays and lighting and sound and everything, except for the stupid clicking from my computer. I think it's at a much higher level than some streamers that are much larger than me. There's some guys that are like triple my size on Twitch, and their audio is so bad. So I am very proud of how good I am at getting my stream to look good. I just wish I was better at getting my stream to be more interactive for people. Exactly. And like, I don't want to, like, when people are like, I wish I could sub, I don't want people to sub, because I don't want them to feel like that's how they're going to get, you know, more like from me, or that they need to in order to be a good supporter. It's like, no, you don't have to. But it helps a lot. Like, financially, streaming is not cheap, and it's really nice to have that kind of cushion when games come out and stuff. But I don't want it for nothing, right? Like, I know some people are donating because they like the entertainment and stuff, but it's like, I wish I was more creative to, like, hey, if you like the 666 scare, that I feel is a fair exchange, right? Like, I feel like the jump scare freaks me out and sometimes makes me die and makes people laugh, and I wake up my daughter, and, you know, so a fair exchange, some money, and you get a good laugh at me screaming. That's not something I would be willing to really do for free. But it's like, there's other stuff that I wish I could do. Like, I don't know, my brother used to do one where it's like, oh, you pay $7 and he takes off his shirt for 10 minutes of the stream. I'm not self-confident enough for that. But like, I wish I could come up with stuff like that, you know? Good artists borrow, great artists steal. Oh, what I'll say about Twitch, people are a lot more generous, but I kind of feel like YouTube kind of has slight more growth. Yeah, so it depends, Red Raven, because I was on the same page as you for a really long time. I was like, you know what? With the algorithm, YouTube has more discoverability, but there are a lot less gamers watching YouTube content live. And so on YouTube, at my best, I was gaining maybe like 100 followers a month on YouTube. That's when I was like at my peak. I was doing really well. You know, I was gaining a couple of followers a day, daily on YouTube, whether I was on or off. On Twitch, on the other hand, during a stream, I'll gain 15 followers now. And offline, I'm easily gaining like 6 or 7 a day. In the last like 3 or 4 days, I've gained something like 400 followers, which is like insane amounts of growth. That being said, it's because of TikTok that it's helping. But 99% of the people are going to follow my Twitch way before they ever follow my YouTube. And I have a lot of people going, have you ever tried YouTube? And it's like, I've been on YouTube for years. They just don't know that. So YouTube has better discoverability, but people are looking for gaming on Twitch. So they're a much easier sell on Twitch than they are on YouTube, I find. It was a Steve Jobs, and he misquoted. That's hilarious. Oh, man. It does, but Twitch is losing a lot of confidence with people. People are becoming very, very unhappy with Twitch lately. And so I toyed with the idea of potentially moving back to YouTube, but as we can see, my average right now for most of the streams been at like 8. We're at 12 right now, but it's been at like 8 the whole time. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean that that's like, oh, there's nobody watching me, it's not worth it. But just on like bare numbers, right now I'm sitting at about 12. 8 to 12 is where I've been all day here. On Twitch, on the other hand, I'm usually sitting at like 25. And so I just can't bring myself to come over to YouTube and kind of abandon everybody when I'm getting way more support on Twitch than I am here. But Twitch is dropping the ball on a lot of stuff and kind of leaving users just floundering, and in a much worse way than YouTube does. That being said, YouTube is still pretty rough with its creators, you know? Honey, I'm home, Tiff. How was work? How are you? But it does help that Twitch is a gaming platform where you're gonna get gaming, and most people are gonna be interested in that. I only have 8. I give up. I'm never gonna stream again. No, I'm happy with what I'm getting. But when it comes to raw numbers, it would be a dumb move for me to go from Twitch to YouTube again. How? You jerks. Oh, nice. You're playing drums? Nice. Yo, Jack. Thank you so much, buddy. Bot voice message. Take it all off. Oh, man. The problem with YouTube, the main issue with YouTube is the algorithm. If it doesn't like you, you're out of luck. It is so hard to fight back to get the algorithm to like you again. Chatting for 2 hours and I have to leave. That's pretty much what happens to me. I mean, I go back and try to watch my stream to see how my volumes are, and every time I scrub through the video and I stop somewhere, it's me like right now on the pause menu talking. Every single time. If I were to like break it down of like true gameplay, my 3-hour stream maybe has 40 minutes of true gameplay while the rest of it is just me talking. Ah, it's very generous. You're probably right, Seven. You're probably right. You're probably right. I want to post a video of me playing drums on the Discord, but I'm scared. Why are you scared? I mean, people can be mean, but you should be proud of yourself because not everybody can play music. And there will always be a critic. There will always be somebody judging you. Don't let that stop you. because that is going to be the one thing that will make you fail as a musician or an artist of any type, is if you are afraid of people not liking what you do. Don't worry about what they have to say. I was in a touring band where I performed in front of thousands of people, and I always had somebody that would come and criticize what I was doing. But I had thousands of people in my audience, so 2 or 3 jerks didn't mean anything. It's just like on my Twitch, or my TikTok. I'll get people that say really mean things on my videos, that say I'm not funny, that I'm talentless and whatever. But that's like 4 guys out of 67,000. Or 63,000, or whatever I'm at. They don't matter. You are sleepy. Got to prep for later this evening? Are you going to have a time for like a little nap? Completely understandable. Plus, everyone starts somewhere. Now, while you could be streaming for years and still be around the same number, you just got to remember that you're doing it for fun. Yeah. Like, I'm... Is it 67? Thought it was 63. Yeah, it's 63. Got me all excited. I was like, that's close to 70. Oh, not again. Am I buffering? No, I'm okay, right? That's just my side that was buffering. I think that was just me that's buffering, right? Okay, cool. I should time it. Every time I go to play, just push the button. Okay, cool. It just buffered on my side then. Thank God. But yes, Red Raven, the mentality is definitely do it for fun, because especially on TikTok, there are so many people that have started and they're literally trying to become partner and make money and do it full time, like within the first couple of months of streaming, and it's like that's a very rare thing to happen. There's one girl in particular who's had quite a bit of growth at the very beginning, and now things have started to settle out, and she's getting really upset that she's not getting the support she was getting before. She just doesn't understand that she got a little bit of, you know, hype, and that's not how it always goes for people. But I'm at a point now where I'm trying to get it to be more of a real thing, right? Like, I'm trying to actually make a business out of it, where, like, you know, I'm starting to work with companies in, like, partnerships and stuff, and I'm trying to, and I'm trying to actually, like, see where I can take this. I don't see myself becoming a full-time streamer anytime soon, but I would really like to become a part-time streamer. Somebody who works, you know, only 3 days a week and does this part of the time. That's what I need to do, and that's what I'm referring to, Jack, is I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know how to get creative with stuff like that. To, like, do channel points and stuff. I've seen a few that are really cool, but I don't know how to get creative with that. The next step I want to definitely do is, apparently there's emotes for donating a certain amount of bits. You will unlock emotes for yourself. I want to add a bunch of emotes like that, so then people have that. Because I have people that will, like you donate random amounts of bits at random times. I want to be able to unlock emotes so then you have an extra emote that other people don't have access to, you know? Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. And then they ask me for advice, and okay, there was a guy who posted a video. I just came across him randomly, and he was legitimately asking for help, and I think he's legitimately trying to figure out what's going on. But he doesn't understand the Twitch game at all, and like, he's got no idea what he's gotten himself into. And he was complaining. He's like, I've got a lot of followers on Twitch, and yet nobody watches me when I stream. What am I doing wrong? And then I check his Twitch, and he's got 140 followers. And it's like, dude, that's not really a lot of followers. And I don't mean that in a way of like, dude, you're nobody. But I mean, like, that's still a very small number to expect people to have, you know, a lot of following. Like, people at a couple hundred followers are going to get 2 or 3 viewers if they're good at what they're doing. When I was at 400, I had 4 average viewers. So, like, it's not common. And so, you know, I described what he was doing wrong, and in a nice way. I was like, you know, well, you're streaming completely erratically, so you need a schedule. His streams were also like 20 minutes to an hour, so it's like you need to have a much longer stream. And then the big like technical criticism was his webcam was completely off. Like he had it. Where is my OBS? He had the camera at about this size. Now it was the widescreen version, but it was about this size, and he was also sitting on the other side of the room. So he was just like a pixel on screen. You couldn't really see him. So my reply to him was, you know, I mean this all with love, man, but this is what you're doing wrong. And then I was like, and then your webcam is too small and you're too far away, so you can't connect. And his answer is, well, I'm streaming from an Xbox, there's nothing I can do. And it's like, well, you could sit closer to your camera, so then that way your camera will make you bigger, and even if the camera itself is small on the screen, you will be bigger, which will be easier to watch. But immediately it's like, no, he gets defensive, and it's like, don't ask for help if you're not going to be willing to work on what we're telling you is wrong. I had another kid, exactly, you are the attraction. I'm playing Zelda, and nobody really cares. They want to talk to me. Because I'm awesome. No, but there was another guy that commented on one video where he said, somebody said something like agreeing with a point that I had made about, you know, doing all the right things. And then he had commented, I'm doing all the right things and yet I can't grow, so these tips don't work for everybody. I don't think he meant it in a way that he was attacking me. It was, he genuinely believes that these tips only work if you get the luck to have them work. So I checked his channel out, and he was streaming at completely random times. He had a schedule set on Twitch, but it was all random times. And he was streaming for like an hour. And so, hey, Tiff, thanks for the membership. I was going to say the sub. The membership, I really appreciate that. Guys, can we please hashtag Tiff in the chat? We're going to get the alert soon. YouTube takes a while. We're going to get the alert soon, I promise. Okay, I'm going to open it, Jack, and I'm going to favorite it so it actually stays on my computer. Because I opened somebody's channel they wanted me to watch, and I don't remember who they were, and I closed it accidentally. Hey, Gabriel Hernandez, thank you so much for the $5. Guys, can we also hashtag Gabriel in the chat? Dude, thank you. Guys, you're awesome. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, guys. I know, can you believe it? I'm actually playing a video game. It's weird. It's weird, Red Raven. Anyways, so there it is. 5 minutes later. Wait, no, but Tiffs didn't come through. Why didn't Tiffs come through? That's weird. I'm sorry, Tiff. Is that good enough? I hope that's good enough. I hope that's good enough. That's weird. They should pop up. They used to. Yeah, YouTube's like most people do things through PayPal on YouTube in particular because their setup is so weird. Anyways, so what I was saying, it's Sheila over on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. You're probably not going to see this, but thank you for the follow anyway. I appreciate it. Can you hear how loud my computer's getting? Did that help? Haha, that helped. This kid commented, I go and check his channel. He's got a schedule, but he doesn't follow it at all. His streams are all like an hour long, and his like Twitch setup was literally like donate, and that was it. No like about me, no specs, no anything. And so I commented, I was like, well, this, and this, you're not doing it, which is all the tips. So you can't say it doesn't work if you're not doing it. He got so defensive. Like, so defensive. And his response... Gabriel, that's super kind of you. Guys, please hashtag Gabriel again for triggering Tiff's notification for her. Thank you, man. That's really kind of you. That's awesome. Yeah, and it's like, don't criticize my tips if you're not going to listen to the criticism. And so he got defensive. And then he's like, I do have a schedule. And I was like, no, man, you're streaming erratically. He's like, no, I don't stream erratically. So then I literally just copied and pasted his schedule. I didn't copy and paste because obviously it's images and stuff, but I literally just took how often he was streaming and just put it in the chat. And I was like, yeah, you streamed yesterday, you streamed the day before, you streamed 4 days before that, then 6 days before that, then 12 days before that. Then the last one was like 18 days ago. Yet you're supposed to be streaming every other day. Your schedule's everywhere. And I was like, and dude, I'm not like attacking you. It's just you're saying it doesn't work, but you're not doing it. So how do you know it doesn't work? And at the end, he's like, okay, thank you for the tips. I'm really sorry. It's like, yeah, man, I'm not going to argue with you. It's just don't say it doesn't work if you're not doing it. Right. And like people get so defensive when you try to help them when they're asking you for the help. I had another guy that asked me for one of the channel reviews. Now he directly asked me for a review. So I went to his channel and he was live. So I was like, you know what, dude, I'm going to DM you what I come up with and just, you know, you can take it or leave it, whatever. And he's like, no, just tell me here in chat. So he's live. Nobody's watching him except for his wife and me. And so I start saying, you know, this is the problem, you're scheduling and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, you know, it says here you stream 7 days a week. He's like, oh, that's a mistake. It's supposed to be just 5 days a week. I'm like, okay, well, 5 days a week is still a lot. I'm like, you should take some of those days and work on other content elsewhere. And then he's like, well, I work full time. So I try to like get as much as I can done. And I was like, okay, I work full time too. That's why I only stream 3 days a week. And then I put content on TikTok. And he's like, well, I managed to stream, work full time, and I put content on TikTok anyway. And I was like, okay. So I go in and check his TikTok. It's literally just clips from his stream. And Tiff, I'm independent. I can trigger my own notifications. Oh, Tiff. Oh, man. Guys, please hashtag Tiff. You guys are too much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, but you're on people's radar, right? So they'll still probably end up following, waiting for you to eventually go live. And hopefully you'll be able to go live sometime soon. Thank you, Tiff. That is really kind of you. Thank you to both of you guys. But yeah, and then I was like, well, like you might want to add something that's not Twitch related on your TikTok, like a direct thing. Ginger Gamer. Ginger Gamer, guys, please this is hilarious. I'll trigger a notification too, and then Streamlabs just decided not to trigger it. Hold on, it's got to pop up in a second. And no, a different alert came up instead. Guys, oh no, we're buffering again. At least on my end, I'm buffering. Okay, I'm not buffering to everybody else, hopefully. Jack, go enjoy your game. What's happening? Alert, there it is. There it is. Guys, you are too kind. You guys are too kind. Thank you guys, seriously. Guys, please, hashtag Ginger Gamer and Gabriel. Oh, you guys. You are way too kind. You guys are way too kind. Thank you. That is, you guys are too funny. Yeah, I think it's just my side. It's my internet itself that's buffering. Tiff, come on, Tiff. You guys are tearing me apart.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
You guys are tearing me apart. What is going on? Tiff just put on the crown right there. Holy crud. Holy crud. The other two went with the donations and Tiff walked in and just like stole the crown and put it on. Thank you, Tiff. Wow. You guys are crazy. Thank you, guys. Seriously, thank you so much. You guys are hilarious. Come on, guys. Come on. Ginger Gamer walked in and was all
Don't
like...
worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Holy crap. Gabriel, look what you started. Look what you started. You lit that fire. Guys, thank you so much to all three of you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Too much. Too much. Thank you. Tiff. Tiff, what are you doing? Jarl, hello. I'm sorry, man. I'm just like flabbergasted. Holy crud, man. Holy crud. Wow. Well, just for that, we gotta celebrate, because that was awesome. We gotta celebrate. The wife would smack you. We got that. You guys did more than enough. You guys did more than enough. So let's dance to celebrate, because that's insane. That is insane. Guys, let's all dance away. Hey, you can't see me. Over here. Guys, wow, thank you. Thank you, guys. Seriously, thank you. Wow. I'm speechless right now. You guys are way too kind. You guys are way too kind. Thank you so much. Oh, Tiff. Wow. Oh my gosh. All hail Tiff, indeed. Jarl, how are things going, man? How are you today? Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I always forget. I fell in a hole. Clearly, I'm a professional streamer, guys. You guys have seen it. I'm amazing at it. Tiff, you're too kind. Seriously. Way too kind. I don't even know what to say. There we go. Ow. Nice. I'm assuming applying for a doctorate is a lot of work. Like that, it's not something you can do on like a weekend. You need to spend hours and hours working on it. I saw your video. I don't know if I liked. Because I think I saw it this morning while I was still in bed, maybe? It had to have been this morning while I was still in bed, because I don't think I saw anything from you while I was at work. The one where you were doing the harmonic thing with your voice? That's crazy. That's so crazy. First check hits and it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh, Tiff. Yeah, I read that, Nikki. I read that. I don't think I deserve it, but you guys are too kind. You guys are way too kind. Oh, the subharmonic, that's what it was. No, you guys are too kind, you know, like it's... Now my goal is to actually start making an income doing this, but... Like, I would like to make an income through, like, partnerships. Have people pay me, like, companies, I mean, not you guys. Have people pay me to, like, review stuff or, you know, check out their content, like their whatever they're selling. to show you guys or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. But you guys are... I don't even know what to say. Thank you guys, seriously. I just had something extra lying around. That's more than something extra, Tiff. That's more than something extra. TikTok should promote me. I've been doing pretty decent on TikTok. I would... Not that it means anything, because it really doesn't. I would like to get that little blue check mark. I think that would be a really cool experience, to suddenly have a little blue check mark. I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second, guys. Now, you know what? I'm not going to pick up. I'm going to leave it. Voicemail can pick it up. Hopefully. Retro for verified. Could you imagine the little blue check mark all of a sudden appears? I'm just like, I'm actually somebody. I'm glad you're getting into streaming though, man. You've been a huge supporter of like the community in general, not just me, but the community in general. I would love to see you getting on, you know, getting your own little community going. And it's weird because like I don't know what makes it wholesome, right? Like I just want to play video games and hang out with people and maybe impart some knowledge. My mom always said I should be a teacher. I don't think I have the patience to be a teacher, but I want to just, you know, inform people sometimes about what's going on and have a place for people to just hang out and be nerds. Because I know for me it was really hard. I was in theater and none of my theater friends really liked video games. And so Preston's like the only one. And then a few of the people that I did Rocky Horror with were into video games, but everybody else doesn't like video games. And so it's just, I just wanted a place where I could play video games and have people hang out with me, you know? Plus it's kind of chill. You'll start my community. I think it will, man, because people will know who you are and they'll want to come hang out with you. Oh wait, I can't do anything in here. Yeah, and see, and I've never watched Dr. Lupo, and it's completely a bias thing. Like it's completely a preconceived notion situation with me because all the big streamers you hear about tend to have toxic communities, right? Like no hate to Dr. Disrespect, but that is so not my cup of tea. Like I admire him for being a showman and for being so creative with his transitions and the way he runs the channel. All that to me is so awesome to see because he puts on a show. He's not just some guy playing video games like me. He's putting on a show. So I think that's awesome. But I don't like that toxic style that he does. Not my thing. Ninja, I think, is fairly wholesome, but it seems like a lot of his community is fairly toxic. And I just don't like Fortnite, so not my thing. So when I hear of like Dr. Lupo, I'm like, yeah, but is he one of those kind of streamers? So I just never ever paid attention. But if he's wholesome, that's so cool. That is so cool. Nuka Nightmare, how's it going? You watch my videos on TikTok. Welcome from TikTok. How are you? I appreciate that you took the time to come hang out. Almost at 100 followers. That's amazing, Tiff. You know what? I didn't know it was Dr. Lupo. I knew it was a video that I had seen where somebody... Was he the one that did a stream with AOC, I think? And then somebody commented about how he was getting political and they were going to unfollow. And then he snapped on the guy? Was that who it was? And yeah, Tiff. And so before TikTok was a thing, it was very much on just like, hopefully you get discovered on Twitch to grow. And networking was a big component of that. So you had to be at other people's streams. You had to hang out, and not like you hanging out with me is going to make me follow you, but like you being at my stream, other people would get to know you, they would like you, and then they'd come hang out with you. What you've done. That was like a big component. And then things like Twitch, TikTok started to really hit, and that was now the way to grow. But that doesn't mean that what you're doing is any less valuable. I think what you've done, being around so many communities for so long, you've just become a common name within our communities, which automatically just makes people want to support you because you've been supportive. So yeah, Ginger, what Tiff says, it's so helpful. It's so helpful. That was him. You are, Ginger. You're huge. You're huge. You're gonna be famous in like 3 months. Yeah, I saw that video clip. That I didn't know that was him. I did see that, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, good for him. I even showed Alana. I was like, look how, like, good for him. Good for him. Me too. I'm not a big fan of the posted clips, just because I want to be in on the joke, and a lot of the clips tend to like not really give you the context, so I don't know what's happening. I saw one recently where the person was talking to somebody else and then they got killed. And so I was like, which character were you? Were you the one that killed the person, or did they kill you? I don't know what was the context of the clip. I'm sure it was really funny, but I don't get it. So I'm not a big fan of the clips, but yeah, too many people literally just copy paste. They don't take the time to put a little bit of work into TikTok. TikTok is easy, but a little bit of work goes a really long way. That's why when I do my reviews, if you watch, there's a couple of other guys that have been getting a lot of reviews done, and they're literally just either pointing their phone at the camera or their phone at the screen, and then they talk about it, or they literally don't show the gameplay and they just point the camera at themselves and talk. And it's, yes, the person who they're talking to knows what's happening, but nobody else is going to learn from it because nobody else sees what's happening. For that guy in particular. For the other one, it's really low res, so it's really hard to see when you're filming a screen. That's why I've gone about the route with like actually like taking in the video footage and putting me on screen with the video footage and zoom into what I want to highlight so people know exactly what I'm talking about. So even though it's not their channel, they might be able to see that and go, oh, I do that on my channel too, I should fix that. But you know, that's a lot of work. Like that takes me like an hour to do one review. That's why I don't do them super often. But yeah, some people literally just take the clip from Twitch and just post it on, and it's like, man, it's super tiny, you can't see anything, and black bars, and it's not so great. I edit all my friends' Twitch clips for their TikToks. General Chaos, that's you again? Yeah, I'm proud of my reviews. I think that's one place where I have stood out and kind of raised the bar for everybody else, because there's somebody else doing it now, and they're doing it similar to my style, where they're actually using their camera and microphone to do it. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I pushed the bar up. But yeah, that was one where I was like, no, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. I did one, I think, by using my phone, or two, doing my phone. And after that, I was like, no, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to show people what I'm talking about, so at least they can learn from it. It is. Except for that guy who literally copied my TikTok, almost word for word. Except for him. He's a jerk. Yeah, I'm loving doing the individual reviews. I just hate that it takes so long with the way that I do it. And everybody's asking, and it's a big portion of it is literally the you know, like a little kid asks me and they've got nothing. And so it takes time to like find a bunch and see where I can help at all. And some of them are really high quality. It's like if you ask me about your TikToks, it's like, what can I add to one of your TikToks? I can't. Your sound is great, your audio is great. I can't input anything, right? Or some people literally just started and they've had like one video up, and it's like, it's too early to help you, man. Like, you gotta fall on your face a couple of times before you ask for help. Like, try it first. Oh. That's actually pretty good. That I could do something like that. I like that. Using that as a channel point, yeah. You're gonna copy them exactly. It's perfect already. Flenzenritter. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, but hello, welcome. How are you? How are you? Yeah. I ended up blocking him, and the thing is, I called him out on one and he copied two. And he didn't even copy them well. That was the part that really irritated me. Like, I've had people try to copy my ideas and do it their own way. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, they've done the annoying viewer type of thing. And it's like, yeah, I don't own a patent on that. I don't have the rights to be the only annoying viewer person in the world. But they do their own ideas. And some of them will do some that are actually pretty decent. But this guy literally just copied mine. And that was, he copied two of them. One after another. And copied them like word for word. And I was like, dude, you're not cool. Like, that's so not cool. I'm just gonna call you Ritter because it's easier. Thank you, Ritter, for the super chat. Guys, can we please hashtag Ritter in the chat? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. I'm terrible with that. But thank you. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I do like that idea. I gotta figure out how to, like, make it work. I don't mind the spam too much because, hey, it's free interaction, so that part is okay. But I do want to figure out how to implement it to, like, make people want to come hang out. If you can say Pfizer, you can say Flenzen. Is it Flenzen? Dang it, I don't think I'm meant to go here. Where am I going? I'm so confused. I don't remember seeing any red blocks at all. Plant night. Oh, okay. It's German and German is weird. It is such a great language. When I first started, my first, like, real followers that I had were almost all exclusively from Germany. The amount of times they tortured me by putting a bunch of random German words on screen and just asking me to read them, and they just sat and laughed and laughed and laughed at the terrible Canadians saying German words horribly. Oh, English is so weird. English is so weird. Okay, this just takes me in giant circles. Well, I really appreciate the fact that you decided to come and do that. That is very, very nice of you. That is very, very, very nice of you. Okay, so I'm assuming this one and this one were connected. Oh wait, wrong symbol. Why does it have a G if it's silent? Yep. Why does it have any letters other than Q? Oh, man. Nice, Ginger. What kind of toppings did you get? Nuka, it's okay. We were just talking about this earlier. Hanging out actually helps a lot. Keeping that view count up helps a lot. You know, the interaction, especially on YouTube, there's a huge algorithm on here, and the more people that watch, the more YouTube realizes people like the content, and the more they will show people my content. So hanging out is actually really, really valuable. Which one's silent? I need to know! Tell me the answer. Can I don't know, can I? Because you're 4-year-old. Oh, dude, you need to meet my daughter. She won't even do pepperoni. She literally takes the pizza and just scrapes everything off of it. Sometimes she'll eat the pepperoni, but it's pretty much bread. And that's it. So I feel you with the pickiness. I feel you. You know, I didn't even know that was a thing until I started hearing it on TikTok. Same with calling out lurkers. I didn't know that was a thing. I had never even thought about calling out a lurker because my mentality, and it wasn't like I'm being kind to them because they don't want to talk. It was a, well, you don't want to talk to me, then I don't want to talk to you either. It was that kind of thing. So I just never bothered calling out a lurker. And then all of a sudden I started seeing videos where people are like, don't call out lurkers, it's not cool. I'm like, wait, people do that? I had no idea people called out lurkers. Wait, if I fill this, do I get something? People banning... Why would you ban a viewer? Like, why would you ban a viewer? Oh, I see a secret cave over there. They do. They do. I agree. I agree. It's definitely kind of toxic. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. I think people get the impression that because somebody like Ninja is famous, that they're all gonna get treated that way by having viewers, and it's like, that's not the case, right? Oh, crap. That's not the case. Like, you guys are still people. It's the same in reverse. The amount of people that treat me like garbage just because I have a following and they don't realize that it's like, hey, dude, I'm still like a civil servant, basically. Like, I'm taking care of seniors and sick people every day, and I have a very, very hard job, and I still pay my bills that way. This is literally just something I do as a goof. I'm trying to do something with it, but I do it as a goof, and I literally have no idea what I'm doing. And you treat me like I'm supposed to be acting a certain way just because I have a following. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I had a guy literally comment in one of my videos that had nothing to do with this. And he's like, I think big streamers should make videos talking about not calling small streamers small because I think it's demeaning. First, my video wasn't about that at all. I didn't even make reference to streamer size at all. Like, I wasn't talking about that at all. I was like, I don't know, talking about a camera, and that's what he brought up. Second, it's not demeaning to be a small streamer. A lot of people have flat out said to me that if I grow to a certain point, they will stop watching me because they prefer small streamers, and that's fine. I mean, it's going to be a bummer because we're going to form a friendship, and then I'll grow, and then they'll kind of disappear, but that's part of the game. And third, like, you see yourself as small. That's your problem if you think that you're having a bad thing for being small. Like, that's a you issue. That's not a me issue. Nobody ever says being a small streamer is a bad thing, ever. And you're making it a problem. And you might see somebody with 100 followers as small. I've got 2,000, and you might see that as big. But I'm really small compared to the guy who's got 35,000. And I'm really small compared to Ryukar, who's got like 300,000. 2,000 is nothing compared to them. So if you see being small as a bad thing, I see it as it's fine. It's just part of the journey. But they treat me like I'm supposed to do this amazing thing to like change the idea, and I'm such a bad person for calling somebody a small streamer. It's like, dude, like, I'm sorry. Yeah, and I can totally understand that. I can totally understand that. It's an issue, it's not ish me. Oh, man. But, yeah, or I had a girl get mad at me. So a kid asked me for a review of his channel, right? And he didn't have anything. And his channel was really, really, really rough. And so in the video, it's still up. I'm not going to remove it because I'm going to stand by what I said. I even started off by saying, hey, what I say may come off as mean, but I'm saying it from like a positive place, so don't take it that way. And the kid didn't. He was very positive. He's come to the channel a couple of times now. But I ended up saying, like, you know, your grammar and your spelling is a little rough. And right before I said that, I was like, this part is the part that may seem a little bit mean, but your spelling and grammar might be a little bit rough. And this girl just went at me like I attacked him for being disabled or something. And it was like, no, my daughter's got special needs. My fiance has special needs, and my brother has special needs. I've been surrounded by special needs my whole life, and I take care of special needs people. So no, I'm not attacking him for that. It was one of those, if you're looking to actually do something, have somebody read it. Take your time in writing it out and reread it. Spelling mistakes happen all the time. If you watch any of my subs, they all have spelling mistakes. But there's a difference between having spelling mistakes and just it being a mess. Like, not complicated words being spelled, just like U, the letter U instead of Y-O-U, and R instead of A-R-E, like stuff like that. And she was like, well, you shouldn't make fun of disabled people. I was like, I wasn't, like, at all. And he asked for my help. Like, I'm telling him what I see as a brand new viewer. I don't know him. I don't know him from Adam. But this is what I see. And she went at me so hardcore because she was fed up with people looking down at her for her disability and then acted like I was looking down on her for it. Exactly. And that was it. Like, my fiance has a lot of learning issues, and my brother, horrible at spelling. My brother has a really hard time with spelling, but if he's stuck, he'll ask me or he'll Google it. Like, there are tools to find out how to do stuff like this, right? And there are people you can ask if something is, you're having a hard time with something or whatever. And if you take your time, you can go back and reread it a couple of days later and see if you missed something. But he asked me for my input, so it was like, this is my impression. This is what I see when I see this. The writing is a little bit rough, and it's not like I said, dude, your writing sucks, you need to work on it. It was just, it's a little bit rough. Like, go back and look at it again. But some people get so offended because I've got a big following. So they feel like they can attack me when it would be different if I went to a random channel and said, hey, your writing sucks, you need to fix this. He asked me for help. There was nothing on his channel except for his bio. So that's what I talked about. Because he had no footage, he had nothing. So it's like, hey, you've got panels and the writing's a little bit rough. That's all I can really judge. Do some more and then maybe I can come back and look at it. Because most of the time I don't concentrate on the panels because I'll concentrate on footage and on audio and stuff. But some people, as soon as they see that big number, they think they can just attack us and it's our problem to deal with it. It's like, no, man, I'm still some guy who works a part-time job, a full-time job, getting paid pennies for it. Like, I'm still some guy. I'm just some guy. And that's it. I'm reviewing it without knowing the person, without, you know, having any preconceived notions of them. As somebody who's going to see his TikTok and click on his account and go look at it, this is what I see. And this is the impression you're giving off. So this is what you can work on if you want to change that impression. You know, and then that's it. It has nothing to do with whether you're male, female, disabled or not, or foreign or not, none of that. It's literally, this is what I see when I see your channel. So now you can see what a viewer sees, and you can do something about it. And if there's stuff I can suggest, like fix your lighting, then I can suggest that. But everything else, it's like, this is just the impression I get. They really are. They really are, because people in real life are quick to judge, but they're face to face, so they have to give it an opportunity. Let alone on the internet where you're nobody to me, and I will immediately make a first impression on who you are just based on what I see right away. Hey, $14! Dinner's on them, Tiff. Oh. I'll definitely check it out, Ethan. Yeah, you really do. If you don't have a good, like, 3-second catch, nobody's gonna watch you. And that's why, like, I've had many ideas for my surfer dude bad tips guy. Aha! I've had many ideas for my surfer dude bad tips guy, and I can't do them fully because I want to grab people right away to know that it's a comedy bit and not just like a stream tip. So I have to start off with him right away, and then that kind of limits what I can do with him. So I have to be extra creative with what I do with him. Oh, I can't even imagine, Ginger. I can't even imagine. I've been alone with my daughter for, you know, a few hours a few times, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I could do this on my own. Ever. Yeah, and that's it genuinely just adds something, right? Like there was a guy who does like music TikToks where he talks about like musical theory and stuff, and he's like super chill. He's got like that I'm a cool guy vibe, and he cuts away a lot in his videos, and I do the same thing. And somebody judged him and they're like, "Oh, you're cutting away because you can't even be bothered to memorize a script and just do it in one take." And that was clearly somebody who doesn't understand the medium, because as you know, as a filmmaker, in short moments, if you cut away a lot, it keeps stimulating the brain to keep watching. So those camera movements at the beginning, the sound effects at the beginning will automatically trigger somebody to pay attention. And yours, that's what I love about it, that it fits perfectly on the medium you're using, right? Your YouTube is different. And your TikTok is different, and your TikTok is content made for TikTok, and it's really obvious it's made for TikTok. And going back to what Jarl had talked about with the clips not being edited, that's what a lot of people don't understand, is those clips work well on Twitch when you're on Twitch. They don't translate well to TikTok. You have to edit them and get them to work properly for you, for them to make sense on TikTok. We're living off McDonald's and pizza. Oh, man. Oh, the Mrs. Great Uncle. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it wasn't too hard on her. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I try to stick them as low as I can. And even my video edits, most of them are like 5 minutes long. My stream reviews are like 5 minutes long. And then I got to go and just start cutting stuff that I'm like, well, they don't really need to worry about that. They don't really need to worry about that, even though it's stuff that's super, 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 super important. But it's like, I've got 60 seconds and I'm trying to get it even shorter than that so people will actually stay for it. We're going to try to get it to 40 seconds and cut out everything that's just filler. My partner used to go to conference once a year. 3 to 5 days was so hard. It's life-changing. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine that many days alone with the child. My only child, let alone multiples. How many drafts do I have? So I'm actually very much, I work and I post it, and I work and I post it. I've got 21 drafts, but a lot of them are actually videos that I did, and then I uploaded them by accident. And instead of, I meant to reply to a question, my video reviews, really. I meant to reply to somebody, and instead of replying, I just started upload, like I did the upload process, and I did everything, and then I realized, oh crap, it's supposed to be a review. So I have to answer, so I have to go back, find the message. So then that gets saved in my draft. So I've got 21 that are literally just that. Or it's been a couple of times where I've recorded footage that's going to be like an all-day thing. Like when I went to get my Xbox, I recorded myself like at the parking lot, then walking into the mall, then getting, and I didn't keep going back to the draft. Instead, I started a brand new one, so then I just uploaded that. So I've got like random little clips, but almost all of them are where I meant to reply to somebody and I didn't reply to anybody. All of my videos are, I film it and I post it. I don't really save anything. I've got three that are Hey Retros that I recorded, and I just didn't find them funny enough, so I kind of just left it. 2 of them were actually, somebody did it in the chat recently, and I feel it's a little too early to make that joke because they're going to feel like I'm attacking them. But has been absent from the streams due to it. She hopes to bounce back the streams after everything. Well, I'm glad that she is doing okay. A loss, whether it's somebody close or not, is always, it's just always hard. One of my great uncles passed away a couple of years ago. That was a really weird situation. I wasn't there or anything, but my sister was in El Salvador and he was there visiting, and he died and had a heart attack. And he died in the hallway of the house. And in El Salvador, things are very, very different. It's a third world country, right? And the coroner didn't show up. He died at like 9 in the morning. They didn't show up till 11 o'clock at night. Literally, they just left his body laying there in the hallway with a blanket on it all day long. That was really weird to hear about. My sister told us about that, and I was like, that's really weird. But he wasn't an uncle that I was close to, but it still affected me. I grew up knowing him and stuff, right? 21 drafts of replies, pretty much. So I tend to just post it when it's done. And the only time I get to record is right after the stream. So literally when I'm done here, I'm going to record two more TikToks and then pretty much post them right away. I try to give a little bit of a gap. Like today I did 2 videos already, so I'll do 1 video tonight and post it up. I'll try to record another one tonight and post it tomorrow morning. But I tend to like do it and just post it. I don't really bank on timing because I haven't found that it really affected me in any significant way. Not in any drastic way anyway. I'm gonna record 2 streams, 2 4-hour streams after this. That was me. I'm that someone. Oh no, Nikki. I have way too much McDonald's in my life. That is why I am as chubby as I am. Yeah, we're all still in bed. Yeah, I kind of just do them whenever. Whenever they're done, really. Holy crap, it's 8:30. I should stop. I haven't even had dinner. I should stop. I should stop. I should stop. I should stop. If I keep going, the missus is going to get mad at me and I still have to record and we still have to watch an episode. I have to get up super early tomorrow, but whatever. Yeah, I haven't really... I'm really disorganized. Like, really disorganized. So... TikTok's been like the most organized I've ever been and the most consistent I've ever been with anything, and it's paying off obviously, but it's still really disorganized compared to some people. Like I have people that I follow that talk about how they have videos and videos and videos and drafts, so when they're away for a couple of days or they're sick for a couple of days, they just have stuff to post. If I get sick tonight and I can't post for 3 days, you're not getting posts for 3 days. Like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to post up. Sleep is for the weak. I wish that I had the energy, man. I'm so like old man style now. I don't have the energy for anything. Okay, let me see if anybody that I'm sub to is streaming that we can possibly raid and show some love to. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is not a gamer. One of them is actually a dog training thing. Oh man, nobody's playing anything that we would be interested in. Ah, here we go, Zelda. Zelda related. I haven't raided this person in forever. They haven't really hung out at the channel because I don't play Mario Maker anymore, and they were much more of a Mario Maker fan than anything else. But we'll raid this person anyway because they've been around my community forever. Hopefully some of you guys stick around and go show this person some love. Let me show you who I'm talking about real quick. Unless it shows me again. Here we go. Raid button. Did it show them? It did. They don't have a face cam or anything, guys. But I've been following them for a really, really long time. So let me turn the game down. Turn up their audio. Oh, awesome, Ethan. Yeah, I'll take a look and I'll comment. So guys, let's use hashtag Retro Squad Raid.
What I get's just pretty much depending on where I put the seed.
I turned 30.
Click the box.
Oh, just wait, dude. Just wait. That's when things start to go downhill. I finally started realizing I have arthritis in my hand, and that's not good. Just my left hand. I used to play a lot of bass. My left hand is shot now.
You can't really just switch.
So yes, guys, use hashtag Retro Squad Raid. Let's show Nintendo Addict some love. He's a great guy. You know, show him a bit of love. And I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta record some TikToks and stuff, and then have dinner and go to bed. But there's his link.
Seriously?
Oh, dude, I have little like Mario Kart things, and I dropped it.
Why would right go
and
to the left?
I got down to pick it up, and it was fine. And then I turned my head, and that was it. My back was shot for 3 days. I didn't even lift anything, and I was fine when I was down there. But the second I turned my head, that was it. I was shot. Oh, not fun. Anyways, let's go on this raid, guys. Show Nintendo Addict some love. I really appreciate you guys being here. You guys are amazing. And yeah. And if you guys don't want to go on the raid, that's okay too. The offer is there.
Ducks.
But yeah, thank you for everything. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I will see you guys tomorrow for the spoopy stream. And take care of yourselves. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.